The $6 billion that Eli Lilly will invest is the largest capital investment in the state's history. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
I'm Lindsay Bonner from Action 8 Lace-Up Sports. We're your home for the college football playoffs as the Alabama Crimson Tide prepares to take on Oklahoma. On Friday, December 19th, don't miss our Action 8 Lace-Up Sports special, The Road to the Playoffs. Sports analyst John Longshore and I will have everything you need to know to get ready for the game. Watch Action 8, ABC 32, the CW Montgomery, or MeTV at 6:30 Friday night, December 19th. Then stick around for the game at 7 on ABC 32. It's complete coverage from Action 8.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says you planned this all along. Yep. You're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hi there. I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. When you call Alabama Home Mortgage, you will immediately see the difference in pricing. Not only do we offer the most competitive rates, but our closing costs rank among the lowest in the industry. How do we do it? Because we can. We do not have the overhead that big banks and lenders do. Those big banks and lenders have big expenses. And what do? They pass those expenses along to you. Meanwhile, here at Alabama Home Mortgage, we receive wholesale rates which result in big savings that we pass along to you. Don't pay more for less. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our rates and pricing are just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. A little bit of a dreary Thursday here in Montgomery, Alabama. Overcast, little raindrops falling on the windshield. People picking it up with those big old tires on the interstate. And did you see that head fake Trump did last night, folks? Oh, it had me laughing so hard. I'm like, because, you know, Tucker Carlson, so many other people, like, I respect, are like, war's coming and we can't use the 2001 AUMF to go to war with Venezuela. What is this? All this stuff. And then Trump didn't speak a word of it. Instead, just did a victory speech or a rally the troops speech going into the new year, especially this 1776 Christmas bonus for all active duty troops, includes reservists as long as you've served over 31 days as of November 30th. So, yeah, I think he's trying to make the case and make moves, understanding it is the economy, stupid. It is the affordability crisis. Before we keep going into all the national stuff and whatnot, let's go to Erica Thomas with 1819 News, as we do on Thursdays. Hey, Erica, how you doing?
Hey,
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm still a little worked up off air. Byron Sheehy can attest to that. He's in studio with me.
Hey, Erica.
But I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, but I'm worked up.
Well, I like the festive look you guys have. I'm watching you on YouTube. You look amazing. I'm so ready for next week to celebrate the birth of Christ, and I really hope that we can get a couple of peaceful days.
Now, I named this program Alabama Wants Justice for Ella Cook, and we definitely do. Seriously, if they don't find whoever did this to this beautiful woman, and I mean beautiful in the fullest sense of the word, just from the stories of the friends and people who went to church with her and folks who were at school with her, what a beautiful soul. And to see that they haven't found her yet, and then I see some assemblymen from Rhode Island saying, stop calling it the brown shooter, because we know what you mean, you bigots. And sir, maybe that's the mentality of why you haven't found this guy. But apparently it broke this morning. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I think there's a delay. I haven't heard that we know why you're calling it that. That's insane. That's just another example of how ridiculous people can be over something so tragic. I mean, let's focus on that. It's so tragic to lose Ella Cook. And the reason we're talking so much about Ella Cook is because she's from Alabama. There was another victim. We don't want to forget him.
From Virginia, Uzbek, now, and he was going to be a surgeon, right?
Yes. So two people tragically died, and then 9 others were injured. So, this is a lot of people were impacted by this. And it seems like the law enforcement surrounding Brown University is just, they've been a joke through this whole thing. I mean, first of all, they got the wrong person of interest. Then, after they knew that they didn't have the shooter in custody, the mayor came out, Brett smiling, and said, oh, we're all safe, it's fine. How can you say that? There is a mass shooter on the loose at large, and you're telling people they're safe? If my kid was going to school there, I would say, you're coming home early for Christmas.
Yes. Well, and here, since you haven't heard it, this is the guy, Lyle Culpepper. And looks like he has highlights in his long hair, and he's wearing a scarf because it's cold outside, baby. But listen, this jackass, again, he's an assemblyman, I guess, there in the state of Rhode Island. Here's his take at a recent press conference.
We're asking the public to please stop referring to him as the brown shooter, as this has an inherently Islamophobic connotation. No, it's actually it's because of the university. It's not because of the brown, because of Brown University, not because of the color of skin. Right. We are also asking the public to please stop posting photos of Mufasa Carmax. We would, for the sake of diversity, really like to pin this on a different ethnicity, because it is unfair to keep blaming Islam for every violent act they commit.
Joey?
Yeah.
That is 30 seconds of my life that I will never get back.
And honestly, I'm hoping it's just fake. Honestly.
Of course it's got to be fake.
I'm watching it again. I'm like, that's definitely got to be fake.
Yeah.
I got all worked up for nothing.
Yeah.
Dadgummit.
Oh,
it could have been real if it makes you feel any better.
Can happen to anybody, folks.
Issue. I do want to say that this is very tragic, and the person that Ella Cook was, she was so inspirational, not only in life but also in death. They will have a memorial service, a funeral service for her next week on December 22nd. They just came out and said the family is asking for media not to be there. If you are going to be there, be across the street. But guess what? They'll be live streaming this funeral service so that those who want to honor her from afar can do so. I mean, this has touched so many people that they're live streaming her funeral service. The burial will be a private thing for just the family, after the funeral. But I think it says a lot about who Ella Cook was. Maybe we can all take a little inspiration from her and try to live like that. I mean, who lives so righteously? She was so thankful for the Lord and for the return of Christ. And it's a precious story. If you haven't read it, definitely go to 1819news.com. And I want to make it clear, I'm not writing these stories for clicks. That our business does not depend on clicks.
Right.
But I do want people to know who Ella Cook was. And in her obituary, the family wrote the most beautiful tribute to her, just detailing, what impact she had on people that knew her here in Alabama, also over at Brown University, which everybody knows is a liberal college. And she was the vice president of the college Republicans there. And no matter what she was surrounded by, she stayed focused on the Lord and on Christ and really just continued her mission no matter what. And I think that's something we all can take note from.
Well, and I just want to make clear to people listening, I just screwed up there, and I apologize. I can admit when I was had in my haste this morning. But what you just said, folks, I believe the headline is "She Really Meant It. Ella Cook's faith in the death, resurrection of Christ inspires masses." Erica came out with that, I think, yesterday. And no, and it's honestly, it's what I was thinking about and writing about this week as well, in the context of Charlie Kirk, is these tragedies hopefully will inspire us to pray for that rest and focus on what actually matters, beyond just the here and now and the practical day to day. And if that's what Ella's tragic death here, I do want the guy. I hope Brown finds them, or the police find him quick. If that can inspire others, I mean, we have example after example through the history of the faith of folks who suffered and died. And it's often when you look at it, go for no good reason, but then you realize, nope, it was probably good reason. When you live that way and you're an example, sometimes you have a target on you from evil.
Yeah, and there's another story that I did this week that kind of leads that example, if you don't mind me talking about that.
Sure.
So Christina Chambers, she was a sports reporter and sometimes weekend anchor at WBRC in Birmingham. She was shot and killed this week in a murder-suicide. And this is one of the most tragic stories. And what's really bad is that, people that knew her, family, friends, there's just no reason, like you said, like what happened here. We just don't know.
All right.
And I'll be transparent. Like, I worked with Christina for years when I was at WBRC, and every Friday night we worked together on sidelines because I was the producer that put in the scores. And so I was always back there with all my interns, and she would come in. She actually graduated from UAB, where I went to school, just a couple years after me. She graduated, and she was just very, very inspirational as well. An avid runner, ran every day. It was insane. I remember when she went to the Boston Marathon, she was so excited. She was also a Christian. She stood for God and what she believed in. She had a beautiful family, little boy that's only 3 years old. Oh my goodness, he is the most adorable child I think I've ever seen. He looks like a baby doll. And now, unfortunately, he is without his mom and dad. And I don't really know what to say other than Christina Chambers was such a kind person. And that's hard to come by in a newsroom, especially in a television newsroom. I try to think about somebody else that I could say such great things about, and definitely not myself. A newsroom is high intensity. Everybody's stressed out all the time. Christina was the person who was just a light, and not a light as in like the sun. She was that, but she was lighthearted, just very peaceful person. She made you laugh so much. Quite sarcastic, always looking at the positive in things. I don't know of anyone else that had that all the time. There was a lot of people that I worked with in that business that did have those qualities, but Christina had it all the time. She was just, you would not be around her without smiling and probably laughing at some point.
And
I love her so much. Loved her family. And like I said, I don't know what else to say other than this has been a heartbreaking week.
Indeed it is.
And I just ask people to pray for her family and especially her little boy. And I said this on Twitter, but I keep thinking her little boy, she probably already had Christmas presents wrapped for him. And so this Christmas, he's probably going to open some of those presents from his mom and dad, and they're no longer here. Oh, it's just heartbreaking.
Really is. And honestly, I don't know what to say after that. I would just encourage folks to do the work of at least reading your work, what you have put out there. And that has to be in particular somebody you knew personally, worked for years. From the reporting, it doesn't look like we know the full circumstances either yet, right?
Well, you know, you hear all these different reports, and I do say, like, news people are so crazy. Like, we'll tell everybody else's tragedy, no problem, and then it happens to somebody we know, and it's like, well, why are they saying this? So I don't want to be critical of any news people at all. You know, everybody's just doing their jobs, but there's been some reports from, you know, neighbors, but I think what police are saying is it appears that the husband was the shooter. Mm-hmm. When I read the coroner report, I kind of looked into that and a little bit further. If you read how the circumstances are written, it's, you know, unfortunately Christina had gunshot wounds with an S, and then her husband had one gunshot wound. So it's hard to think about and hard to talk about. But it does appear that the husband was the shooter. Either way, you know, they're both gone, and this little boy is just without his parents, and that's tragic all around. Now, there is something to clear up here. There was another Christina Chambers in the Birmingham area that kind of looks similar to this Christina Chambers, and there was some reporting on her and her domestic violence past. So that's a whole different Christina Chambers, not the same one. They even posted her photo with her husband and her child and kind of compared the two, and that was inaccurate information. So Christina Chambers that was killed had no criminal history whatsoever, no domestic abuse incidents that were reported that we know of. So that's important. Whenever you have the same name as somebody, I know from my own experience last weekend, it can get dicey. So I actually got a death notification last week about myself, but it was different. Erica Thomas, thank the Lord, I am still alive.
Okay. So
it's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, thank God.
It is.
It's so crazy too. Like I imagine that made your mind spin for a second there.
Yeah.
But trying to end on a lighter note, you, I believe, had a chance to talk to a gentleman running for Congress in Baldwin County, Austin Sidwell. He should be joining the show a little later today. Look forward to talking to him myself, but tell folks about this gentleman running for Congress that may be challenging some of the naysayers out there, saying, you know, what could an Air Force veteran do?
Yeah, that's what I got out of my interview with him. It's Austin Sidwell. He's running for Alabama Congressional District 1. Of course, this is already kind of a crowded race on the Republican side. We've got Jerry Carl and then Joshua McKee from Robertsdale. Obviously, Rhett Marcus, who we have Katie Britt backing. So, I mean, it's definitely a well-publicized race, but we haven't heard a lot on Austin Sidwell, although he did announce a couple, probably six or so weeks ago. And I actually missed that email, so I saw him and his camp at a couple events last week, and I just like, well, you know, he deserves just as much attention as everybody else. So I talked to him. It was a great interview. He knows a lot of people. He's also very well connected. He's running on those conservative values, you know, small government, And he told me that as a veteran, he feels like he's very qualified. He thinks that more military people need to be getting involved in politics. I think that's something that a lot of people can agree with, kind of how the ropes go. He flew a helicopter for 12 years, so he was at Fort Rucker, but he was mostly raised in the Baldwin County, Mobile area. So he knows both sides of this crazy district that we have. And I think he has a lot to offer. I just want the voters to be well informed. So look at who each candidate is. They all have great qualities. I think, it's going to be an interesting race to watch. But right now, Sidwell lives in Fairhope with his family. They have 3 children. And they are members of First Baptist Church of Robertsdale. So, just check out the story, 1819news.com. See what you think. I've done stories on the other candidates as well if you're just curious. I think it's very important for the average, everyday citizen to be well informed before going to the polls. And me and Byron actually talked about that earlier today. A lot of people just are not aware of what's going on. Some people don't even know who their representatives are. We need to change that. We really need to get out this information. These are people that want to represent you, so be sure that you know what they're looking at, what they're looking for, and what they want to do before you just circle in something. And I've probably been guilty of that a few times in my younger years, for sure.
Well, Austin Sidwell will be joining us at 2 p.m. in the 2 o'clock hour, folks. I believe will be in studio here with us, so look forward to that and appreciate the preview and your take after getting a conversation with them. And yeah, that is going to be a very competitive race with all the different endorsements, and even like the old incumbent Jerry Carl looking to get his seat back. It has some very interesting dynamics, even for those of us not in the district. And I really do always appreciate your work, your reporting. I know on many levels, this was a difficult week.
Yeah.
And so, number one, Merry Christmas and God bless. And if folks want to check out the work that you do, maybe on a week next week for Merry Christmas, it'll be a little lighter. But if folks want to check that out, how can they do so?
Yeah, please head to 1819news.com. And Christmas is always a slow week because there's a lot of officials that are out. You can't get a council member or a mayor or somebody with city work. It's just hard to get anybody. So if you guys have any great, wonderful ideas for stories, please email me. It's erica.thomas@1819news.com. I love to tell the stories about what's great, wonderful, and beautiful about this state and the people in it. So please reach out.
Well, thank you, Erica. We'll talk again, I suppose, after Christmas.
Thank you. God bless.
God
Merry
bless.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Again, Erica Thomas, always appreciate her time on the program. And in particular, if you do look at the piece she did on Ella Cook, especially about Ella's faith, it is something to read and read quietly. And always fun to start off a show by showing my ass. But Byron Sheehy is here, and Eddie Bader is here.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
All right. How y'all doing?
Oh, I'm all right.
Very merry.
I'm in a good mood, but I'm worked up.
What you worked up about?
I just life. I'm feeling the energy.
I heard something interesting about the Brown situation.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, they turned off all their cameras because they didn't want to provide any sort of information to ICE as they were doing what they do.
I've heard that, and I think it was a local talk host who was sort of accusing them of that. But yeah, there is a mentality up there where I think people take this. It's the same mentality you see in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
It's possibly the same mentality you see in Australia. You got a clip of one of the victims' relatives just confronts the Australian broadcasting channel to their faces. Like, you going to listen to us now? So I think there is an element of folks don't want to assume anything. And so they take their eye off the ball. And honestly, maybe the guy, whoever, I'm assuming a guy who did this, just was able to sneak around, knew the area. And that makes me think it is somebody who knew this person. Oh, yeah. There are news sources out that are saying Ella Cook was targeted in particular, shot multiple times. Mm-hmm. And that broke this morning. Apparently they police did find ammo and DNA. So hopefully a match will be swift and an arrest will be soon.
Brown's on the hook, man. I mean, there's probably going to be some civil stuff there on the back end. If this, saw another report said the university police captain, I believe, was previously let go from Utah for not having any sort of qualifying credentials. But,
caught up in a DEI scandal.
But found a job at Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always interesting. And yes, people are doing their internet sleuthing, saying, well, they deleted this one page on the Brown University website. And honestly, after seeing one surveillance video did show the guy walking away. I mean, you can't see his face, but you can see his body type.
Oh, yeah.
And how he's walking and stuff. And you can't confirm it just off that, but the one guy being suggested, his build fits the guy who was walking around for sure. But hopefully the police follow up on that DNA find and we actually get justice not only for Ella, but also I think his first name is Muhammad Aziz. Young kid, grew up here in the United States, Virginia, Uzbek by background, and was looking to be a surgeon.
Didn't seem like that guy had to sneak that much, man. I mean,
right. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get answers because, you know, I saw Tuberville give a great tribute as well as Britt give a great tribute from the Senate floor. The amount of people from Alabama who knew Ella Cook from Mountain Brook giving interviews in a beautiful way to international press, to the national, to folks like Erica Thomas. And you start to get a larger picture of Ella. And you're like, dadgum. Like, why is it always the good ones?
The ones that shine the brightest?
Yeah. There sometimes you're like, man, maybe if you're a piece of crap, you're spared the evil. But no, it'll get you in the end. It'll get you in the end. It's worth being good and suffering whatever the good brings with it. 2729228 if you want to get in on the conversation. What's your shirt say, Eddie?
Ask your mom if I'm real.
And it's Santa winking?
Yep.
All right.
And then underneath it, because it gets hot, got my Bigfoot.
Oh, you got your Bigfoot, your Sasquatch, like with the Christmas lights. Okay, I like that.
And if it gets too hot, I got a tattoo underneath it.
Right. Yeah, my word of wisdom to the world this morning was maybe before you blame China for missizing that cheap Christmas sweater you bought last sec, perhaps consider that you're just fat.
Whoa. Fat or successful? Because in certain parts of the world, a large man shows that's success.
Or as they say in China, fat ass. Yeah, right.
Fata.
Yeah.
Fata.
Like, goodness gracious. No, I thought of that because it actually happened to me.
I'll never forget when we were in Korea and a friend of mine was trying to get some shoes and she's a female. Size 10. Well, in Korea, size 10 female, they kept going, oh, she's gigantica. Gigantica. Jeez, that's so rude, but yeah, it's a big foot.
So quick rundown here. We have an article that JD Vance himself shared saying, you know, a lot of people think DEI is lame diversity seminars or racial slogans at NFL games. In reality, it was a deliberate program of discrimination primarily against white men. This is an incredible piece, says JD Vance, that describes the evil of DEI and its consequences. And there are a lot of takeaways from it. It's a pretty long piece, probably won't be able to do the whole thing on the airwaves. But it lays out, it follows several young men, my age, maybe a little younger, millennials and Gen Z. And you start to see the massive change. And it's one thing to say everybody should have an opportunity. It's another thing when you are actively putting your finger on the scale in the name of promoting everybody else, you are clearly discriminating against one group. And you can see with like the enrollment numbers in certain profession and in certain schools.
You can also see by the outcomes.
Disciplines.
Look at these things that have happened.
Well,
and then they go back to, oh, this is a DEI hire.
Yes. Well, and the kicker is it's often boomer white men who are the ones who built these systems and go, we have too many white men. And the article starts with two guys struggling in Los Angeles, working all these weird gig economy jobs, and they're trying to make it as screenwriters, and they think they get their big break to be on this pilot who got the producer had been successful before, and they're like, we're actually in the writer's room. And they come back to him and go, we have too many white men in the writer's room. Sorry, guys. It's like, oh,
that's why I couldn't play basketball. Capital
and
I.
It's usually a white man saying that to you.
Yeah, it wasn't my lack of talent. I was a white guy. Capital
right.
So,
so
not at all my lack of talent.
Also, economic news, CPI inflation, core CPI in particular, comes in much lower than expected. Then Kevin Hassett said there are like 60-something different projections. We came in lower than all of them.
They're seeing numbers, but I got to be honest, in the reality of my pocketbook, I haven't seen it coming back yet.
Well, you want deflation?
No, I want to sell some more houses. I want people to be comfortable with the interest rate. We're being told that the economy is good, and I do see some things, but I also see, especially a lot of blue collar guys this time of year, painters, tile guys, a lot of them ain't working, and it's just, there's not a lot of work out there right now.
Trying to get some of that prosperity.
We need it, and I mean, I enjoyed Trump coming on last night telling us we're all doing good, and I kind of enjoyed that, but. Yes. Looking at my wallet, I wasn't no fatter when I woke up this morning than when I went to bed. So,
well, it also takes time and massive inflation that
I know
rips through.
It's mess up. I get it.
But it's not even just Biden. I blame all of those yahoos up in DC, including Trump. They're the ones that spent all that money during COVID.
So why do we expect, a quick turnaround? Like, how long are you looking for? Like, how long do we expect this to take?
Well, to me, there was a couple things that could have been done right away. And I'm no economist, but one of them they knocked out was gas prices.
Yes.
Got that taken care of. And of course, as crazy it was, they got egg prices taken care of.
And a lot of other groceries. Yes.
But in my business, I'm in homes. And interest rates right now are keeping
that's a
people.
whole other. And the home is the most sensitive to what they did in 2020, which is print a lot of money.
Yes.
And so the housing market is so tied up in long-term investment and savings that.
But then that also follows your car markets. It follows a lot of your new RV market, things like that.
Well, I mean, I think the Trump administration, if they've set it up, and I thought that was Trump essentially saying this is the case we're going to make going into the new year. I think he did. There was one point where I went, and we could probably play the whole thing, start and stop it. It's only 18 minutes. Where he
started on time too.
He brought up like the World Cup and the Olympics will be next year. Like there's going to be a lot of big events. And so if you not only have the pomp and circumstance of America's 250th birthday, you need to start seeing what they're claiming is massive amounts of investment, which will have spinoff effects to say the working man. Baby. You're in the service economy.
Waiting for that trickle down.
It's such a different thing than the guy that runs his own plumbing shop.
Well, same with him. I know a couple of them guys.
I know.
But I say this as we're getting ready to go to Jamaica.
Right. I know. This is where I'm like, I know your story, so you have room to talk, but it's like, come on, man.
There's a good exchange rate over there.
Right now, 161 Jamaican dollars to $1 American dollar. So,
yeah. Well, and what he laid out, and this is true. I said I was kind of shocked to see Trump say it in the way he did. I think Duke challenged me, and I hope he's doing all right. But I think Duke challenged me, and a few other Democrats have challenged me. What's the thing to look at? And I said, real wage growth. Yeah. Like, is wage growth, especially for working class people, outpacing inflation? And it already has started. We've already started down that road.
Just to make that turn is a big thing to me because we haven't been on that path for a while.
Yeah. Now, we'll get to the Trump speech, to the economic pitch that he's putting out there. And also just the huge head fake, like Tucker Carlson and Judge Knapp and Napolitano and all these folks are like, so he's about to announce a war. And he didn't mention a daggum thing about starting a massive war.
Somebody nailed that yesterday, too. I think he was sitting right in this chair.
Yeah, I nailed it on Tuesday. I was asked about it.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
What's that like? Being right all the time.
It's annoying. I gotta be honest. Yeah, it is. Especially you reach a certain age. You don't even brag on it no more.
I feel like you hit a certain age. Like I learned this from Eric Bischoff listening to a podcast he was on. And Bischoff's like, yeah, I'm always right because whenever I'm wrong, I just tend to forget it.
Obviously.
He's never around the misses when he's always right.
Never.
Right. By the way, like it's kind of nuts. Again, it gets back to this mentality that's out there. We don't want to assume anything about anybody. But heavily armed terror police arrest 7 men on their way to Bondi Beach. Back to go do something.
So it's the second time?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
And it's stuff like that where you go, maybe you should assume a little more.
Well, what about Dan Bongino? Did you see, I saw something on Tiki Talk this morning that he put out that basically said that, it was him saying it, unless it's AI, but that they are actively hunting down President Trump. He feels like there's a leak inside Secret Service.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he put that
out there. I did not see that. Yeah. I know he's going back to a show next year.
Yeah. Why do you think that is, though? Any idea?
How about this? Let's hit a break and we can get into all this stuff. I was telling to Greg yesterday, though, that a lot of people go, oh, they're like, again, so swift to accusations is what's got me and just writing people off. Like Cash Patel and Bongino are obviously compromised because they didn't do the thing that I wanted them to do, even though the thing I wanted them to do, I don't really even have a clear image of it in my own mind. I think maybe what happens is you have to put yourself in their shoes. Assume like Bongino in particular really means what he says.
I think that's
and he ends up getting like, holy crap. The conversation and the access he has and what he sees in the background.
I think they let him meet some aliens.
I don't know if it's aliens. But it's something to where you're like, well, damn, I'm screwed.
Well, for him to quit his job, or to quit this, and you know, in life, this is one of someone's giant goals. They finally reach it, and then
maybe he will be more at liberty to say things when he's not the director.
You think so?
Yes.
He might be at liberty as far as you're not in the government anymore, but I don't think he's.
Are there things that are screwed up about the real estate industry that you can't say or wouldn't normally say because you're in the real estate industry?
Point.
See my point?
Point taken.
Good point, Joe.
Good point.
It's like you might actually say what actually kind of happens sometimes.
The counterpoint is I'm a jackass who fell for a fake comedy video at the beginning of this on a heartfelt thing.
Your defense is not out of the norm in today's world.
Yeah, I know. But as soon as I saw him, like, damn it. I've been had.
I was halfway thinking, I was like, am I missing
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
I missed it. Joey screwed up.
I saw it like quick in passing, like as I'm going through stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let's throw that into the hopper. And it's like, nope, fake. Dadgummit. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs. At Adams Drugs, we offer a wide variety of services, including delivery, compounding, wellness clinics, and immunizations. Now is the time to visit any Adams Drugs location and get your flu shot. Getting an annual flu shot can help prevent you from getting the flu, reduce the severity of symptoms if you get the flu, and prevent serious complications such as hospitalization and death. Getting your flu shot at Adams Drugs protects you from getting sick, but it also makes sure that those around you, especially those at high risk, remain safe. Each year, up to 49 million people in the U.S. contract the flu. Depending on the flu virus's severity, deaths as a result of flu complications could skyrocket to 79,000 people nationwide. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for a location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This holiday, make your home feel merry, bright, and beautifully furnished. Royal Furniture is celebrating the season with royal savings on living rooms, bedrooms, dining sets, and more. Right now, unwrap doorbuster deals and fast delivery. Need credit? Get the Royal Credit for any credit situation. Whether you're hosting the whole family or gifting comfort to yourself, it's the Royal Furniture Holiday Savings Event going on now. Royal Furniture in Auburn, Prattville, and Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We'll be tracking periods of showers and thunderstorms today and tonight as a frontal system approaches the area with a high today in the mid-60s, low tonight in the low 40s. It will be noticeably cooler tomorrow and windy with Friday's high only about 54 with sunshine. We'll go down to freezing on Friday night, and then Saturday, not a bad day, high 63 with plenty of sunshine. I think upper 60s look good for Sunday with maybe an isolated shower somewhere in the area, and 68 on Monday as well as Christmas week starts on a very mild note. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Man, Eddie has the eye of a hawk. Trump is now signing live order to reclassify marijuana.
Yeah. Just curious about this. If this will do anything to, like the state of Alabama, will they do something a little different now?
It'll definitely help the medical side and a lot of people that all these
research
licenses.
part. To me, that's honestly what I'm most concerned about.
Let's go to Steph, who's been trying to get in, very patient, wants to bring up a local issue here. Hey, man, how you doing?
Fine, Joey. How you doing? Hey, Eddie. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm a long-time resident of Arrowhead neighborhood, and I'm wondering if Eddie especially knows about the Board of Adjustment meeting tonight that's trying to convert one of the private homes in Arrowhead community to an assisted living facility.
Whoa.
No, I didn't know about that.
You hadn't heard about that? Well, that's coming in under the wire and under the radar.
Yeah,
It's
for a
a
reason.
company out of Chicago,
Yep.
and they want to turn in a private house into a 4-bedroom assisted living in a neighborhood that's zoned for non-commercial single-family units. The meeting is tonight at 5 o'clock at City Hall. It's the Board of Adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're already having some issues in this community about Airbnbs
Yep.
and other commercial operations in private neighborhoods. And I'm wondering if you got any insight on that.
I don't. I could certainly, if I were in that neighborhood, I could see where your concerns would be. They recently had something similar happen up on the lake, and there's a lot of concern for the neighbors. So yeah, if I was in Arrowhead, I would be at that meeting tonight. That's for sure. If I was a resident of Arrowhead.
I appreciate you giving me some airtime so I can get the message out. We've
Yes,
been
sir.
walking around the neighborhood and knocking on people's doors, but we just want to get, because if it starts in our neighborhood, it's going to spread. You know that.
Yes, sir. And Arrowhead's been such a great neighborhood in Montgomery for so long, and not all the neighborhoods have made it. Why do anything that could upset the apple cart over there? I don't understand that. That makes no sense.
Well, I appreciate the airtime, and y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Hey, you too,
Merry
Steph.
Christmas.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Steph. Yeah, that's got to be, especially if you've been there for decades and you see let's have some out of town or do a commercial venture.
Yeah,
So
see,
that's
that's another thing. Being the out of towner, I just don't.
That's just the zoning board that's responsible for that.
Yeah, a lot of times these neighborhoods will have covenants, and that must be one of the covenants in the neighborhood that can't be a commercial thing. So they just need to hold on to it, in my opinion.
Appointed position.
Oh yeah, that would be I'm sure that would be
Yeah, and we went over the whole getting on top of the short-term rentals.
Yeah.
The Airbnbs. And I have noticed that there are good owners that are easy to get in touch with. They'll work with you. They'll even commiserate with you. Yeah, Airbnb sucks.
Yeah.
Can we do this if we're on the same team? But then there are folks that don't live here, don't care what happens on their property, don't think they can be held accountable for it.
And that's just it. A lot of them, and I hate saying it, but a lot of them hide behind the AI. They like when you go to set the booking, all that's AI. You'll never talk to the owner. And I'm not one of those people. I want to know who's coming to my place, and not to be funny, but it's my place. I am worried about the neighbors and things like that. So I show some interest, but 99.9 of them, it's mailbox money.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, you were saying, I got to hit another quick break here in a second, but the Dan Bongino thing, I really do believe Bongino in particular, maybe Patel's just over his head, but given Cash's background and having worked many facets of the federal government, I wouldn't say he's necessarily over his head. He might be in terms of somewhere the institutional knowledge of where the bodies are buried at the FBI. He might be in over his head. But my sense of those guys, especially on the Epstein turn, is that first interview they did, it looked like a hostage video. Like they
It did,
clearly
Joey.
something was done or said or shown to them that made them say, damn it.
But
Like
again,
now we have to go make fools of ourselves in front of the public.
during the campaign, these are like going to be the dynamic duo, and then they turned into Keystone Cops in a hurry.
Well,
It's not the Keystone Cops. I mean, you send somebody up there who has all the best intentions in the world.
Oh,
and-
yeah,
and
you're right.
Sorry, the machine is the machine for a reason.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Cash specifically. I mean, there's a possibility that it's just more boxing him out in general, and we'll let you play, director in front of the camera. But whenever it comes to what's going on behind closed doors, we're running the show.
Well, would you want somebody like Bongino though to stay? Would you rather him stay in there and try to be a clog in the wheel, or just go, you know what, this ain't for me?
I
I'm
respect
out?
his decision.
Yeah, me too.
I think
I do.
He knows his situation better than anybody else. And he is a force of nature when he actually gets back out there podcasting.
Yeah.
So it could be he is more effective on the outside than having to, like I was talking with Jeff Poore the other day about like the Senate race and how Barry Moore clearly could be the rah-rah, I'm the most ultra MAGA Trump guy and I will say whatever I need to say.
Yeah.
Or look at what Tuberville's been doing, like all the sound bites he's been putting out there, just red meat to the crowd and stuff. Steve Marshall, for instance, being the attorney general of the state, there's got to be the role somewhat defines how you carry yourself and what you say in public. And so when you are the deputy director of the FBI, you can't be Dan Bongino radio host. Like you just can't.
I tell you that, and I'll find that clip and send it to you. Today is the most, after seeing that clip, that's the most real Don Bongino I've seen since he's been on the radio.
Yes. And I don't know. It's frustrating. And it's not just them. Like the whole Doge thing.
Well, it is
I'm very
frustrating because that's
with.
what we as the people get behind. That's something we want. And it's, it's a bait and switch. We get it so long and then they take it away. And the real, the real people show up, I guess.
But then Trump goes and gives that speech last night after giving the head fake about we're about to invade Venezuela. And you got Dave Smith and Napolitano and Tucker Carlson and all these people freaking out. And Trump pulls the rug out from under him. But it's a nice little switcheroo. Every single major network.
But why didn't
had it out
any of
there
those
screaming.
guys look at the Domino scale where they check out the how much pizza is being ordered at the Domino's right around the Pentagon? I mean, you can
They should
tell
have
when,
looked at that.
I mean, that's a common sense deal. You can tell when something's fixing to happen.
Yeah. Anyway, got to hit another quick break
Right.
here. This is part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson, the Goodson Group. And there at the Goodson Group, Bo and his team are ready to help you, whether you're looking to buy or sell here in the River Region real estate market. That's buying or selling a home, property, maybe some land. They have been helping buyers and sellers, Bo in particular, for about half a century now here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. And not only at the Goodson Group can they help you with buying and selling your property, but they have management services available. Should you want to rent out your home, it's a great idea, especially if you have never managed property yourself. And instead of selling a home, because, maybe you don't want to part with it for the time being, but you could be you're moving. How about turn it into a performing asset for a reasonable fee? The Goodson Group can manage it for you. So y'all check them out today. You can always learn more online at thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call direct at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Marguerite's open every day to Christmas Eve. We'll stay here till the last person comes Christmas Eve. And we're known for our $99 Christmas special. Well, this year we're offering half-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings. Fantastic quality and 14-karat white or yellow gold. No one else in the country offers it. We want you as a client. We got tons of things for you. I want you to come in and shop Marguerite's. No one has prices like we have. No one has quality like we have. Come in and shop Marguerite's this Christmas. I want you to take that with a kiss, Mrs. Wales.
As the holiday season approaches, don't be the husband your mother-in-law thinks you are. She's expecting you to mess up again this year and purchase another vacuum for her daughter. Prove her wrong with a gift certificate from AMS Studios. Always the perfect fit. Your mother-in-law will be slightly jealous and have to admit she's been wrong about you. If you really want to get under her skin, purchase a Morpheus 8 package for her. It's a win-win for everyone. AMS Studios, the River Region's premier med spa, where all mother-in-laws are welcome.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. Let's go back to the phones here, and we have, I guess, Cousin Vinny on the line. Hey, Cousin Vinny, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. How y'all doing?
We're all right.
Yeah, well, you know something about the Dan Bongino thing?
Mm-hmm.
I saw it had, maybe y'all can refresh my memory, but I saw on the Jesse Waters show probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that there was some memo that went out that supposedly Dan Bongino put out that was going to Pete Hegseth or something like that. And that Dan Bongino got real fired up saying he didn't know anything about this memo. He didn't do this. He wrote this. And he was real fired up about it. And I don't know if y'all can recall that, but I think that that may be one of the reasons why he is exiting stage right. And I know that there's lots of things that we don't know that's going on, okay? But there may be, as you had mentioned about, you know, Kash Patel. I mean, are y'all familiar with that little episode a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago?
I do remember something, but I'll have to go back
But
and look.
the memo concluded there was no quote-unquote hidden client list, something to that effect?
Yeah, for the Epstein thing that somehow got leaked or something, and they're blaming Dan Bongino or something like that. But I remember Dan Bongino got really super fired up about it.
Yeah.
And could it possibly be that that might be the direction that he's going, or a part that may have had an effect on that?
I think you're on to something. It may be because that sort of story and him being fired up about it kind of makes me think it's somebody within the FBI who's just playing dirty pool
Letting something out.
against him. And it could be Bongino's like, you know what? I'm tired of this crap. Like, I'm just a sitting duck here, and I'm the figurehead along with Kash. So they're going to keep doing this to me. Why not just leave?
Yeah, and no, I agree, because I think Dan Bongino is just a straight up kind of cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think someone may have shot some dirty pool on him, and he said, I'm going to give you one time. I'm done. I'm out of here. See ya.
Yeah.
And not raise a big stink about it. Just shut his mouth and say, okay, y'all messed up. I'm out of here.
Well, I appreciate that insight. I did forget about that Jesse Water interview and that little stink there, because there's so much of this at the Pentagon against Hegseth and in so many of these institutions. We wanted to drain the swamp, and the swamp just fights back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know who it actually was in the swamp that was fighting back at that time about Dan Bongino.
Yeah.
But is it, now consider this concept. Is the swamp that deep and that bad that even Trump can't get rid of it?
Yeah.
I mean, could it be?
Really?
Put it that way, but I mean,
no, I'm with you,
he's gonna
man.
Clean the swamp, and maybe he needs a whole lot more water pumps to get that swamp empty.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
well, you know me, I'm the wrecking ball guy, and they decided not to go full
Yeah.
wrecking ball like I wanted at the beginning of the administration. But I got to run, man. I appreciate it, Cousin Vinny.
Yeah. Y'all take care.
You too, man.
Yeah, it's like, yes, guys. I think Trump is he didn't go full bore.
No, not at all. They
Like,
clipped him.
the more I watch Trump, actually his genius is playing all sorts of different sides against one another. Like if you go just listen to or read his Art of the Deal, the main takeaway of that is how much that guy's on the freaking phone with every this, that, and the other person. And so I think that is clearly now his style, especially as president. He can talk to whoever he wants. I think he is constantly, personally working contacts and getting information from different people. And then he makes a decision. It's not some ideological purity thing. And he's not going to be the guy who goes in and says, yeah, I'm really am going to go to war with all sorts of folks. And he's not going to do it if he can't pull it off.
I think they clipped him. I mean, I think that's what Butler was. It was you're not going to do all the things you said that you were going to do. Here's a reminder.
'Tis a creepy time.
Yeah.
Hey, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And at Montgomery Men's Health, if you're a man and you don't feel like a man,
right?
Like you're never in the mood and your wife's hot. Like y'all are in good terms. Other than the problem is you.
It happens.
And you probably feel down in the dumps about it. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm saying there are solutions. You don't have to just sit there and wallow in your impotence. You can actually feel good again, feel like a man, and beyond just say, the bedroom, the rest of life, like being able to work hard, take care of the kids.
Not have to want to take a nap at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Especially after a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like you remember how you could just pull all-nighters and then do it again?
We were talking about that the other day. Yep.
So if you're feeling these issues, it could very well be low testosterone. A lot of men are feeling sluggish, tired, not like themselves. It often is low T. So get by Montgomery Men's Health. They'll do a personalized treatment plan for you. Of course, they do have treatments beyond just testosterone, like ED treatments and many other options many men don't even know exist. But a consultation, start there for testosterone consultation. It's just $99. That includes blood work, and you get results before you leave. You only got one life, gentlemen. Procrastination is only going to make this worse. Call them up today at 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. U.S. consumer prices rose just 2.7% in November, and that continues a downward slide for rising prices. That was better than expected, and economists warned the numbers could be skewed a little bit because of the shutdown that canceled some data coming from October, but the early signs do point to easing pressure on prices. The government now says both the Black Hawk crew and a Reagan national controller made key mistakes in January's crash. It killed 67 people. New filing says the pilots failed to maintain visual separation, and the controller did not follow FAA procedure on converging traffic, leading to that collision. The European Central Bank is holding interest rates steady for the fourth straight meeting. That keeps their key deposit rate at 2%. Officials say the 20-nation euro economy looks strong enough and will have continued growth. This is SRN News.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ETHOS.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillip Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillip Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We'll be tracking periods of showers and thunderstorms today and tonight as a frontal system approaches the area with a high today in the mid-60s, low tonight in the low 40s. It will be noticeably cooler tomorrow and windy with Friday's high only about 54 with sunshine. We'll get down to freezing on Friday night, and then Saturday, not a bad day, high 63 with plenty of sunshine. I think upper 60s look good for Sunday with maybe an isolated shower somewhere in the area, and 68 on Monday as well as Christmas week starts on a very mild note. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories.
Montgomery firefighters battled 2 fires Wednesday morning. Fire rescue units extinguished a blaze at a vacant 2-story home on Craver Avenue around 9:20 a.m. About 40 minutes later, units were called to a house fire in the 1300 block of Marlowe Drive. Crews quickly put out the fire and confirmed that no one was inside. No injuries were reported in either incident. Open enrollment for Alabama School Choice Educational Savings Account program is now underway. Families may apply for the 2026-27 school year through March 31st, with award notifications scheduled to be announced on April 15th. Funding is up to $7,000 for private schools or $2,000 for homeschool. After a months-long nationwide search, Tuskegee University has chosen a new band director. Dr. Warren Williams will be the next Tuskegee University band director. He will be responsible for the Marching Crimson Piper Band, the Pep Band, the Concert Band, and other ensembles. Dr. Williams officially begins as Tuskegee band director on January 5th. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
This is Jonathan with Oswald's Apparel and Footwear in Prattville. With all that's changed in the last decade, I really thought that radio advertising was dead, but I was wrong. We opened our store during the pandemic, and we wouldn't have been near successful without advertising on Blue Water. Practically every day, someone comes in for the first time and tells us they heard about Oswald's on the radio. I highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors. Your ride to freedom starts here.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome to the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark, Eddie Bader, and Byron Sheehy here in the studio with me. And appreciate you gentlemen being here. You're looking up at the screen?
Yeah, what if he had a bong on the desk right now?
Yeah, Trump is in the Oval Office, sitting behind the desk, surrounded by men and women in white coats.
Weed doctors.
Weed doctors, baby. And they like to refer to it as cannabis, you hippie.
Oh, my bad. And that's one thing I noticed. There's no long-haired hippies back there. They all look respectable. Except Byron pointed out the one guy with the tattoos. But
oh, yeah, and on his hand, you can see it.
Dude, I want 2 8-balls so bad on my hand, but yeah.
You do?
I don't know why, but Charlie Sheen did it in a movie one time, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Didn't he do that to get out of military service?
Yeah, I think that was it. It didn't work, I don't think.
Was that Platoon?
I think it was Platoon.
So because you saw Platoon, you want to get 2 8-balls on
you
your
know how many people joined
hand?
the Navy after Top Gun?
Sure.
Those are recruitment films.
Sure.
This was a recruitment film, too. I almost fell for it.
The government gives all sorts of money to them.
They do. They work, too. But you wouldn't think it'd be bad?
No, I don't think it would be good at all. I don't want Eduardo Baderez coming back. ICE is going to pick you up.
I'm older now, but
Yeah. Yes, you are.
You have to remind me every day.
Now, I should text this guy I'm about to mention.
Yeah?
I didn't. I almost did this morning. I was like, yeah, I'll just do the story and maybe I can reach out to him another time. Maybe somebody who knows him is listening. But the headline from Caleb Taylor, State Rep Phil Ensler. We've had Phil on the show a few times. And last time I talked to him, he's was not going to seek re-election in the State House, and he was going to move back to New York City.
New York City.
But apparently he filed on Monday to run for lieutenant governor in 2026.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Ensler is the first Democrat to file to run. Of course, Ainsworth is term limited from seeking re-election. Ensler announced in July he wasn't seeking re-election to the Alabama House and planned to move back to New York. Now, he did tell me that it's going to be a while. It's going to be like he's going to fulfill his term next session. It'd probably be after next year. So it makes me wonder if like he's doing this as sort of just a messaging thing, like a
trying to get somebody else to get out there.
Like he knows he's not, obviously a Democrat's not going to win this thing, but it gives him an opportunity to have a platform to essentially tell what he wants to say.
That or Doug needs some additional troops to help boost turnout.
Doug Jones does?
He's got to get as many people running for all the different positions as possible.
That does make sense.
Yeah, here's what Phil Ensler said in July, saying, quote, I remain committed to serving District 74 through the end of my term in 2026. Then I plan to return to my native New York City, where I will be closer to family. Since moving to Montgomery in 2012, I have served the community in many ways as a Teach for America educator at Lee High School, a civil rights attorney, and a senior policy advisor for the city of Montgomery. Throughout my times in these roles, I developed deep and lasting bonds across our community. These friendships continue to inspire me, and I look forward to sustaining these lifelong relationships. No matter where I live, I will always be committed to fighting for a more inclusive, safe, prosperous, and loving world for all.
Didn't he have like curly hair? I'm thinking of kind of Kenny G looking kind of fella.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
It's not long though. It's short.
Picture
No. I'm looking at a photo of now. It's straight hair. He's got like the small pompadour thing going on with some pomade or something.
With that campaign message, he needs to run back to New York.
So now we have an update. Ensler said in a statement to 1819 News on Thursday morning, my mind has not been at peace since I made the announcement that I would be moving back to New York. My heart is here in Alabama and with the people who have become my extended family. I've been overwhelmed by how many people all over the state of varying political beliefs and backgrounds have strongly encouraged me to stay and continue to pursue public service. More details to come soon on my specific plans. Okay. That's interesting.
I think
very
interesting. He gave his seat up. One of the other Dems wouldn't give their seat up because if they lose their seat, right? So he's playing his role for the Dem party.
That makes sense. Yeah, and even if you play a role in Alabama, you'll be possibly rewarded in other ways in other places.
Yep.
And it could be he wants to stay. I'd say good.
Well, if he wants to win, he needs to drop that D.
My first thought is like, this is a great way to sort of leave.
Yeah.
Like run for lieutenant governor, be alongside Doug Jones, maybe on a lot of campaign stops. And like, yeah, you got a team and you make your very Democrat, progressive, liberal, whatever adjective you want to use.
Oh yeah, he'll probably be a talking head up in New York and talk about all the horrible people down in
Alabama that he came to say
how backwards conservative we are, traditionalists, and all that sort of stuff.
Have you ever met him?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think I'm.
He wasn't, not to be funny, but he wasn't the guy I thought he'd be. He was better than I gave him credit for up front.
Yeah. No, and a lot of people are like, Joey, you can influence things in this political war in Alabama. I'm like, oh God. But I do remember.
Why would you want to do that?
Right, I know. Anyway, I do remember I wrote a piece because after Tuberville's property in Auburn was swatted, and all these other people have been swatted. I wrote a piece saying swatting should be a felony, and Phil Ensler and Will Barfoot filed it and got signed by the governor. I'm like, oh, cool. Pretty simple, but what the heck is that?
Okay, it ain't just me.
No.
All right.
Is that an ice cream truck?
No, I thought it was. It's a coffee truck disguised as an ice cream truck.
They need a margarita truck.
And they're playing Christmas music right outside our windows, selling coffee.
I thought it was a food truck to begin with. I was going to go get some tacos.
Not to even get more sideways, but yesterday I was on the phone with the place in Jamaica, and all they were playing was Christmas music that you knew, but it was all Reggae. Oh,
Christmas
so
music,
good.
yeah.
Even the Whams Last Christmas. That's so good reggae.
Oh yeah, I
It was
believe
so
it.
good.
That's a great song right there. Really?
Did you order some coffee, Joe?
No, I didn't order anything. Like half the time, it's people blowing pine straw. There's not anything to even blow with the blowers.
I guess nobody was here to bother you this week. So they
No
sent the
weeds to
coffee
eat
truck.
with the weed eaters.
I love how Take Me Home's now a Christmas song.
And like I don't
Country road.
take me home to the place.
I be wrong.
West Virginia. What is it, Mountain Mama?
Nothing, Mama. Ooh, I read a thing the other night. John Denver. Was he a spy? Possibly CIA guy.
Really?
Yes. That's one of my books I'll be reading on the beach.
Spied on?
Hmm?
Who was John Denver spied on?
Influential. He's just an influential person. Non-threatening, so you know he's invited to all the parties.
Mm-hmm.
Remember he played God, or not God, but in that movie, Oh God, which was a great movie. But yeah.
You're saying that some
and his
famous
dad
people
was
are,
a Pentagon guy, so yeah.
You're saying that some famous people are informants for intelligence?
Chuck Berry, yes.
It's a good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Good job, guys.
That's where the intelligence community got their start. It's out in Cali.
Yep.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. There's books that do deep dives into that whole.
Is that right?
As the counterculture movement gets going, how much that is probably being encouraged.
Oh, I'm talking about even before then.
Even before then.
Yeah.
I
I'm
didn't know
talking
that.
about like around the 40s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right as the war's going.
Going back to some of the gangsters who were out in LA.
Okay. Anyway, looks like Phil Ensler's running for lieutenant governor. And we
Interesting.
have a coffee truck outside our
Also interesting.
playing a Christmas version of John Denver, the CIA informant. Just doing a quick wrap up of what we were just talking about. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
This is Don.
Hey, Don.
How you doing, Don?
Hey, I just wanted to say that coffee truck guy's pretty sharp. He's getting a lot of free advertising.
I've been had for a second time today. Dadgummit.
Yeah, he got you. But yeah, his music's coming through in the background, and you brought him up a half a dozen times. And so he's going to build customers right in your parking lot.
It got us to sing John Denver in Asian accents. It's the whole thing.
We do even better.
We've
if
been
coffee was
had.
involved. Yeah.
I just had to call y'all out on that one.
Thank you, Don.
Appreciate it, Don.
Sponsored by some random coffee
This
truck.
is why we don't need to be in Congress and places like that, because we would be easily.
Well, yeah,
influenced.
and we'll be in the middle of a committee hearing going, country road.
But we're also too accessible. We're also too accessible.
Yeah.
You know, one song I can still play all right on the acoustic guitars, Over
Yeah.
the Hills and Far Away.
Really?
By Zeppelin, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's difficult to play and sing that opening line, just the rhythm of it. So maybe would you like to sing in an Asian accent if I bring my guitar and play Over the
You know
Hills
I
and Far
would.
Away?
You know
Hey,
I would.
lady.
I
You
do
got
it
the
in a
love I
minute.
need? Yeah.
Although last night someone played the squeeze box, the polka box. They played some Led Zeppelin. What was it? I think it was Stairway to Heaven. And I've
Stairway
never
to
heard.
Heaven
I've never
on
heard it
the
on-
accordion.
yeah, I never heard it on the accordion board, and it
Did I send that to you?
sounded pretty good.
I sent a video to somebody that was accordion like that.
No, they were in Minnesota at this at the accordion museum or whatever.
There's a museum for squeeze boxes.
Yep, it's pretty cool. And this old lady that runs it's pretty cool. She gets down with the dirty jokes too. She's pretty funny.
It reminds me of a Who song.
I'm telling you, it's pretty funny.
272-9228 if you want to get in as we get closer and closer to Christmas.
That lady has to be the only groupie for an accordion player.
She has
in
over
existence.
4,000 of them in her museum.
What? That's a lot of accordions.
Yes.
She's got a type.
So it's kind of like that Barber Motorsports Museum we went
Exactly.
to, where it has race cars and motorcycles and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And
It's in Minnesota.
but
Watched it on the show
instead you
last
have
night.
accordions and squeeze boxes.
Accordions, and she'll sell them because the guy ended up buying one for like $300.
You ever learn to play anything? Any instrument?
Drums.
Drums? You did?
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, I think it was more of a hey, go put him over there. Yeah.
Right. Let him beat on some stuff.
Yep. It worked
Right.
pretty
His
good.
rhythm's terrible.
Nah, I got this rhythm yet, but I've come a long way.
Boy, ain't funky at all.
Oh, I've come a long way.
Oh, you
No.
found you.
Oh, I'll be cutting.
Yeah.
Look for these
When you
videos.
get the 8 balls on
That's
the
right,
top
look
of the
out,
hands.
baby. You tell me that wouldn't look. As a realtor, it's probably unprofessional. Though.
No, I'm seriously. I'm calling ice on you, Eduardo.
Did you smoke when you were younger?
No, but I do remember, I hope my mom's not listening. I do remember when my mother was pregnant with my youngest sister, and my dad was a Winston guy, and she would light him for him. And I always thought, as a kid, I didn't know no better, but I was like, that's love right there. Now, as I learned that, that's probably why my sister's got asthma, but
Hey, this part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing.
Oh, good folks over there, Joey.
Really good folks. And it could be you got a big old problem, like a massive water line leak, or God forbid, something like a gas leak.
Or God forbid, a guest that clogged the toilet.
Ooh, and a plunger ain't working.
Right.
Oh,
that's an emergency. You want to have this number in your phone right now.
Right. What do they throw down there?
Well, it's the holidays.
Half a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
People wear their eating pants.
Yeah. No, so if there is something that disgusting, or it could be like your garbage disposal's all clogged up, not working either, and that's disgusting.
That's going to lead to
well.
a huge problem. Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be even something as little as like a drippy faucet or a toilet keeps running and you don't know how to fix it. Cole Plumbing take care of that. All the way to the big problems like the line leaks, gas line, water line.
Out in the yard.
Right. And they're not going to tear up a huge hole in your backyard or a bunch of drywall out, making an even bigger muddy mess, both inside or outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also can help you in this regard. Like, say you don't have a problem at all.
Okay.
But it's Christmas and you want to upgrade.
Ooh.
Maybe to a tankless water heater.
Yes, good idea.
Or it could be you want a taller toilet. Or Japanese toilet.
Of course. You want a safer shower.
Yeah. New accessories added to that shower. Or it could be, you want to upgrade some stuff in the kitchen.
Yep.
Any sort of plumbing need, whether you got problems or you're just looking for nicer things, check out Cole Plumbing today. You can always make an appointment online at coleplumbing.com. But I encourage you to go ahead and save their number in case of especially an emergency. 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
Again, 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation or call us out for being had once again. Did you see that Alabama was named 8th in the nation for inbound moves in 2025?
In a who?
Inbound
moves. Inbred moves?
Inbound.
Yankees coming down here.
Oh, yeah, carpetbaggers.
Yeah, it's Atlas Van Lines, if you can trust them.
Yeah,
they're a little weird. It's a weird name.
Yeah.
Atlas Van Lines.
I
don't know.
There's a couple times.
Yeah, how many Atlas vans have been rented out for work by some unsavory people? I don't know if we can trust them. But anyway, recently they released its annual migration pattern study.
Yeah.
The 2025 study gauges moving trends across the U.S., Canada, and beyond by measuring Atlas customers' interstate, interprovincial, and international moves from November 1st, 2024 to October 31st, 2025.
So we're number 8?
Yep. According to Atlas, Alabama had the 8th highest inbound to outbound move ratio at 57% to 43%. Wow. Pretty good. 4 of the 10 top inbound states were located in the Southeast, according to the report. Now, I do wonder, and I don't see the breakdown in this write-up or on the map. I wonder where in the state people are going.
Huntsville. Go north and south.
Around Huntsville, yeah.
Huntsville and Mobile.
Yeah. And then also, I will say Auburn, I think, is turning into a spot to retire. Great spot to retire.
It is a great spot.
Money
it's
and
just getting expensive over there. So
it is.
Yeah. But it is a great spot.
It's a great spot. Well,
it's on the grow. I mean, that place is on the grow. That's a place you could move. And if you have retired, when it's time for you to leave things to other people, they're going to make some good money off that. That's a good investment.
And I would hope there's a bunch of folks still moving to Montgomery, not just with the Air Force, but there have been some new things stood up here.
Yeah, I sold quite a few in Montgomery this year.
So that's a good sign that we're in the top 10.
Yeah.
I like it.
Who is number 1?
Who is number 1?
I'm going to suggest something Florida.
Actually, I think it's like Florida is not.
Whoa,
there.
Really?
Let me look at the
Who
actual
else has
breakdown.
No income tax in the South.
Florida.
Florida's pretty balanced.
No, not the Carolinas. Does Georgia get an income tax?
What about Tennessee?
No, Tennessee is.
See, I wonder how much that
essentially
North Alabama corridor is helping
I'm
with
just
Tennessee.
saying the cost of property and everything in Florida might prohibit some people, but if it's a bunch of seniors just trying to come down here to get away from the taxes.
People are literally walking away from their condos down in Florida right now.
Tennessee is tied with Alabama.
Tennessee.
North Carolina's edging us out. Arkansas has actually got an incredible.
North Carolina doesn't have a good. They have a pretty strong tax deal. That's why I was.
Idaho's coming in pretty strong.
Idaho?
Even Washington, Montana, North Dakota. And New Hampshire, Connecticut actually had pretty good scores.
How about Philadelphia? I feel like a lot of people are moving away from Philly.
Pennsylvania's pretty balanced. Florida's got more incoming than outgoing, but it's only like a 2% difference.
Really?
Same with Georgia on a 4-point spread there. Mississippi pretty balanced. Literally 50-50 inbound, outbound for Texas. I think there are a lot of people that moved to Texas during COVID. And they're like,
I can see. Well, I can see them going both ways though, even coming further south. Because I've heard people like saying Austin, that Austin's gotten very California-like.
Listen, the true story. I know people from Alabama moved to San Antonio, lived there for 2 years. They left. They were like, "Y'all, it's a different level of hot." Like,
Texas, yeah.
I had a nephew from Virginia, and they did that. They went down there for about 2 years, and they're like, "We're back." Yeah, it was just too hot.
Yeah, it gets humid and heavy here, but there's something about the searing weather as you get to Texas in the Southwest.
Also, Texas has more lions and tigers than anywhere else in the world.
In captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. A lot of exotic animals.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Well, Florida gives them a run for their money as well.
Well, with Florida, man.
Mm. And then Oklahoma is outbound.
I think you just got so much room.
Yeah, let's do the outbound real quick. A lot of people leave in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, 57 to 43 leaving.
Really?
A lot of people leaving Louisiana, 66% to 34 leaving. Holy crap. A lot of people leave in West Virginia, Nebraska, Wyoming, and Illinois. Yeah.
I saw an interesting stat. You'll have to forgive me on what rank it was, but the concept I think you'll agree with. U.S. has horrible gun violence, right?
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of the world. You take the top 5 Democrat cities, take that data out of it.
Yeah.
We go to like 150 something.
Is that right?
Yep.
That surprised me though.
Let's go.
Hannah said she got one pulled on her on the boulevard the other day.
Really?
No, just kind of somebody pulled one out.
Pulled it out?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just wrong.
Montgomery.
Well, I mean, what were the circumstances?
Traffic. It's traffic. There was a wreck over there on the boulevard, and somebody wanted in, and probably somebody wouldn't let them. They're like, I got a free pass, and oh yeah, come right on in.
Yeah, I did notice when I was stuck in a wreck on the interstate on 85 on southbound, the number of people just hauling ass on the
There's no cops.
Right.
That
was my thought.
That's what I.
But I'm like,
her.
man, that's just going to cause even more problems. Like, there were a few close calls too. I'm sitting there watching it happen. I'm like, okay, guys.
Yep.
All right, let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O, what's up, man?
Man, it's another day in paradise full of mass confusion, but I'm glad to be here, aren't you?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I've been playing in the rain today. Talking about that Montgomery, man, I don't go there unless it's absolutely necessary. That place done turned into the OK Corral, in my opinion.
It's getting wild.
Yeah, it ain't getting. It is, in my opinion. Yeah. Eddie, you know about the new lake over here. I run this. I ain't gonna do advertising. I run a campground over here, and we just put in $110,000 tiny home in here.
Oh wow!
To 20 foot from the water on flat land.
Nice.
That thing's crazy. You know where the new lake is?
Oh, yeah.
Down there in the boat.
That's where they put some tiger bass. Well, they put those tiger bass in Lake Jordan. They stocked them in the new lake.
Yeah, we ain't found none yet.
Neither have I. Neither have I. Might have been a scam, man. I don't know.
I fish it all the time, and I ain't seen nothing but smallmouth. There ain't even no crappie on this side.
No, you can't catch no crappie over there.
No, you can't. But you know where the campground is over here.
Oh, yes, sir.
That real pretty one with all the hoopla in front of it.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we probably gonna turn it into a tiny home campground for us over.
That's a popular thing. Very popular.
Well, hey, Joey.
Yeah.
I've been seeing you with that guitar on Facebook now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to post one right next to. We need to go. There's some way you can do it where we can play together on Facebook and then post it, isn't it?
Or we could just sit down somewhere in person and have a camera on.
Oh shoot, Joe, you so busy with them old women, I can't get
I think my days of cougar hunting are over. Well, actually, the truth is they hunt me.
Yeah, this is true. I've seen it.
Hey, Eddie, I see them posts with them
them cougars on there.
Oh, yeah.
With George. All they talk about is dark hair and his goatee.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when cougar's a nice way. There are a few hippos after me.
Oh, come on, Joe.
Anyway.
Some wildebeest in there, too.
Joy, you just have to cull them out.
That's it.
Thank you, Daddy-O.
See you, Daddy-O.
Let's go to line 2. You're out there. Who's this?
Hey, Joey. Let's see. We got Joey, Eddie, and Byron. Greetings, guys. This is Naj Papa.
Hey, Naj Papa. How are you doing?
How you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing good. I don't call very often, so the problem is I've got a long list of things to touch on, and you may not have time for them all. That's fine. But, yeah, usually I just hear bits and pieces of the show while I'm in my truck. Today I'm at home doing paperwork and estimates, so I've been watching the show a little bit online. And I read your recent 1819 article, Joey, about Charlie Kirk. And let me begin by saying my wife and I both have graduate degrees, and we do a fair bit of writing at times. And I would say, Joey, you're besides being a good radio talk show host, you're a good writer. You write very well.
Thank you.
But that said, I had heard Charlie Kirk talking about the Sabbath several months before his death, and I thought, man, that would be a cool book to hear. And then after he was assassinated, I assumed there wouldn't be such book, but then I heard it will be published, and we ordered it. It's supposed to come out in December. For your readers who may not know what I'm talking about, it's about honoring the Sabbath, and I think the title is Stop in the Name of God. Anyway, I enjoyed your article and appreciate your focus on encouraging people to focus on the scriptures and try to find peace with a day set aside for rest.
Well, and I appreciate you saying that. And honestly, the process I've been going through is I started the New Testament. I just got to Hebrews. And as I'm seeing the whole back and forth around Candace Owens and Erica Kirk and Erica trying to promote this book on the Sabbath, Stop in the Name of God, I'm working my way to Hebrews, and I see Hebrews 4 doing the typology of the rest that God takes on the seventh day in creation, and Genesis is very much the rest that one can expect in salvation for believers. And I was like, okay, I have to, and this keeps happening. I'm like, okay, I have to write about that now. Like when it jumps off the page at you and speaks to stuff that's been troubling you through the week in the world, I'm like, okay. And it's been gift after gift after gift, and I'm going to continue that way.
Cool. Okay. Well, I got more topics as long as you're willing to listen to me.
Sure.
So one is weeks and weeks ago, you wrote about and maybe talked on the air about will Trump go to heaven?
Yeah.
And so I'm jumping ahead to the next book in the Bible, it's 1 John. And so the biggest change for me, when I grew up going to church, but as a teenager, I turned away from the Bible and God and my parents' direction, and I went down dark paths. When I finally gave my life to Christ, the biggest change was the peace that I experienced in knowing I'm going to heaven and my sins are forgiven. And some people will debate that. Well, can anybody really know that? Is that presumptuous? But if you jump to the next book after Hebrews, in chapter 5 of 1 John, there's 3 verses that I really like. I'll just read them real quick.
Sure.
And the witness is this. This is 1 John 5, 11, 12, 13. And the witness is this, that God has given us eternal life, and this life is in his Son. He who has the Son has the life. He who does not have the Son of God does not have the life. These things I have written to you who believe in the name of the Son of God, in order that you may know that you have eternal life. I think God wants us to know, and it's not presumptuous. If we put our faith in Christ, we can know that. And that's the biggest change I experienced. And so whether Donald Trump is going to heaven, I don't know.
Right.
It's not based on his works or what he accomplishes as a politician or a husband or a father. It's whether he's put his trust there. So that was the one. And I don't know if where you came down on that personally.
I would say amen to that. And at the end of that piece, I very much say Trump needs to realize he shouldn't take any devil's deal, like the third temptation of Christ in the desert. and he
Right.
can't deal his way into heaven as good as a deal maker he is. But really that piece is more meditation on my own pride. And what I struggle with is it's very easy, given what I do for a living, to say things, to say I believe, and what I'm working on is embodying that in a way that that isn't just saying it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Okay, two questions for you. Going back to the book by Eric Metaxas, If You Can Keep It. Okay, so that was a book I had read and I recommended it. You ordered it while we were talking on the air, I think.
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie that's mentioned in the book called Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
I have seen that movie, yes.
Yeah, what do you think? I haven't. What do you think of it?
It is very Capra. It's of its time, and it's, I think, romantic, and it's sort of just its vibes. Like, and it's a wonderful movie. Like, and not to get too off track, but it's a weird feeling as I'm watching, these movies have been recast in 4K from the original negatives, and these old black and white films look amazing on our modern technology. And it's weird to fall in love with a woman who's probably not even living anymore. So it's a very charming movie. And I think is that classic Americana, especially comes out of post-war America. And I think that sentiment, that idea that we, the people, can change our government, no matter the number of people manipulating the media, no matter how old and tired and long in the tooth Washington is, stuck in their ways, that you can overcome it. So I think the movie speaks to my heart. But as I watch like the daily news and, you see the disappointments that happen along the way, you're like, yeah, I wish everything could be Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. But those moments when they do happen are very rare.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was interesting. I think he said about that movie that there was a lot of pushback in the United States against it because of maybe how it was pointing fingers at our government, but that how Russians also banned it for a different reason, because it showed that Americans, I think, were willing to be self-reflective and to criticize their government. I don't know if you picked up on that.
No, and I have to admit, I've been more sticking to the study Bible I've been going through, and haven't looked much at the Metaxas book.
Okay, well, good for you, Joe. So my last questions are: I've been trying to find books that matter to me in a positive way, not just entertainment. I listen to and read different books, and I wonder if you have any books to recommend, and/or you've mentioned the Hillsdale courses. I haven't listened to or gone through any of those courses. Do you have any of those you would recommend?
The Victor Davis Hanson Hillsdale courses on World War II are great, and his book called The Second World Wars is also very enlightening, and he uses some of his say classicist training, so he frames a lot of the things within very old things Thucydides would understand. So that's very good, and that reminds me of Hillsdale. I'm trying to think of others off the top of my head. I mean, one book I just finished, it's nothing to do with Hillsdale, is I think by Michael Massing. It's called The Fatal Discord. And so it follows Erasmus of Rotterdam and Martin Luther in particular in their parallel tracks as the Reformation goes on. And it's it's very well written, engaging book, and you get a lot of great theology out of it and the debates that were going on, but also the, say, political and personal side. So I'd highly recommend that book. That one taught me a lot.
Fatal Discord by Michael who?
Massing, I believe. Well, I can pull this up if I'm remembering it correctly.
Okay.
Well,
awesome.
We lost him. Yeah. Fatal Discord, Michael Massing. Anyway, I appreciate it, Naj Papa. Appreciate you reading and being attentive. And yeah, thank you for the questions. This part of the program brought to you by Dylan Rings.
Well, have you seen them on their Facebook today, Joey?
What's going on that Facebook?
Today we've got some beautiful earrings, and plus they're still having their Christmas sale.
Stud earrings, diamond stud earrings.
I just saw when I saw stud, you know what I thought of?
Yourself?
No, it's just one earring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stud earring. What do you think of?
Myself. But no, seriously, go out to Dylan Rings right now. Go check out their lab diamond stud earrings in white or yellow gold, all on sale until next Wednesday for 70% off. It's an incredible deal. These things look amazing. And this is a steal, folks, for 70% off. Get by there. And of course, if you're trying to get that Christmas shopping done, they have high-end items that are also on sale. They have that, middle of the road, or the fun stuff. Like maybe you want to get a first piece of jewelry for a niece or a little daughter or granddaughter. That's a great thing to do. Get little charms on the forever bracelets and these sorts of things. So if you were looking for Christmas ideas, you got to at least stop by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off Atlanta Highway. Be sure to say hi to Josh and Leslie there, the writers. Wonderful folks. And, they might be able to surprise you. You could go in having a certain idea, and as you start to look around and talk to Josh and Leslie, you're going to be like, oh, actually, I just found the perfect Christmas gift. But you better hurry up, gentlemen. We're running out of time.
I think I just found it. It's a blue 3-carat ring they have for about $2,600. It's gorgeous.
Daggone. That's I think I was looking at talking about that the other day. Really cool stuff they have there. So y'all check them out. We'll tell you more about them a little later in the program.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What if this was someone in your family that had a chronic illness that they could not get away from?
Millions of Americans live with a disease that has no cure.
I was diagnosed with a rare form of sarcoma. The most immediate findings indicated that I should lose my leg, but it ended up taking 4 clinical trials in 25 years to get me to this point.
Cures are within reach if we invest in funding for life-saving medical research that's needed to find them.
Even if they're unsuccessful in my treatment, that they will have learned from my treatment that will be able to allow others to stand on my shoulders to be able to be helped.
Join the fight for cures. Tell your elected representatives to support American medical research. Visit unitedforcures.org/action to send a letter today. Paid for by United for Cures Action.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a street corner Santa.
Ho, 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 man.
I see you're raising money for charity.
Yeah, and when I get done, I'm going to go over to talk to David Ernest about my portfolio.
Well, of course you can go see him, but you can also call him.
I know, man. Toll free. 833-596-7233. And remember, those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
Indeed they do. And I understand there was some trouble over here last night.
Yeah, I kind of got thrown out of the cocktail lounge down on the corner.
What happened?
Well, I'd been out working. I was kind of tired. I wanted a little something to drink, and I asked the bartender for a Santa's sleigh.
A Santa's sleigh? What exactly is a Santa's sleigh?
It doesn't matter what it is, man. It's just on the house.
You know you're getting cold, don't you?
Ring-a-ding-ding, man, and Merry Christmas.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. an equal housing lender.
Since 1966, the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches has been more than just a place to stay. It's been a place to belong. For children facing hardships through no fault of their own, our ranches provide more than shelter. With open arms, we welcome these young hearts, giving them the love, structure, and guidance they need to heal, grow, and thrive in a warm Christian environment. With the end of the year approaching, many will decide whether to help those who are less fortunate. When you give to the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, you give Alabama's children the chance they deserve. Every donation stays within Alabama, directly impacting the lives of the children who need it the most. Join us in making a difference. We'd be honored to have you as a part of our mission to lift Alabama's youth. And we're also looking for compassionate couples to join our mission as house parents. We provide housing, medical benefits, a 401k, paid vacation, and the chance to make a lasting difference. Visit AlabamaSheriff'sYouthRanches.org. The Alabama Sheriff Youth Ranches reminds you it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. At Clark, they always offer 60 months free financing on Bryant, their highest SEER-rated system. But for a short time, they're offering 0% for 60 months on all brands. For all of your heating, air, and plumbing needs, better call Clark. Alabama certification number 09098.
Rich Thomas Weather.
We've got a frontal system approaching, and the risk of showers and thunderstorms will continue well into the evening and nighttime hours tonight before ending. Overnight low temperature down to about 41. Then a noticeably cooler day with sunshine tomorrow and windy, and a high temperature only up to about 54. Down to freezing on Friday night. Saturday's very comfortable and seasonable with a high up to about 63. And I think we'll be a little warmer, maybe 67 on Sunday. Perhaps an isolated shower somewhere in the area on Sunday. Upper 60s. I think Monday is dry as we start Christmas week. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Let's go back to the phones here. And let's talk to Papa B. Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
I'm doing all right if I could just get these people to move.
Yeah, I will say this. Holiday traffic. What the hell is going on?
Texting and look up.
Yes.
Would you please?
Yeah.
I had that moment.
Because now I've got to wait for a whole nother traffic.
Yep.
Cycle.
I had that moment, where you turn off Perry Hill into that interstate park, and I'm sitting there in the middle of the intersection.
Hung out there?
Yeah, and this one person's clearly looking at their phone. And so my go-to, as much as I can use salty language, I'm trying to stop. Kind of trying to stop. Like my go-to, just knee-jerk is drive your car. Like that, it just comes out of me.
My go-to is the horn. Instantly.
Oh no, I get
instantly.
it.
I just
had to honk out.
I'm going to get shot one day, but
Anyway, sorry.
Look, it's a test of faith. I promise.
It's a test of
fail
soundproof
more often
windows.
than I stay faithful. I'm afraid I lose my Christianity.
Yes.
Things like that. I was like, I'll repent later. I've got to get some relief. These idiots.
It's funny what the tongue can do to you.
It's like you're getting all the evil spirits out of you.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I thought about doing is getting one of those big old foghorn type things on my truck. I mean, you wouldn't have to have it like attached to the front or anything.
Oh no, you can hide
you
it.
Have one that just has like a big old, like a train coming down the track.
They sell those train horns, man.
It'll scare the life out of you when you hear it from behind or wherever. I mean, I've been thinking about that. It's like, I could at least get these people's attention instead of this little nanny horn that I got in these trucks. So, yeah, I don't want to be polite. I want to be very abrupt and inflammatory when it comes to getting people
This is
to
Montgomery,
drive
so
right.
just that might come with a cost. So be careful.
It might. I might have to get some bulletproof,
Right.
like glass and stuff. Anyway, so look at the Comey and Letitia James case now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get him even to court.
Right.
It's a lay down case.
Yeah.
Open and shut. The man lied to Congress, period. And so I hope that all of these people who are criticizing folks like Trump and the Attorney General and everything else will shut up.
You know they ain't.
You can arrest them all
down.
day long. You can indict them all day long, but you can't get them in front of court or a jury up in these blue dot places that will actually deliver justice. They're not interested in justice. They're political players.
Right.
They don't. The courts are corrupted. Have been corrupted. I don't ask me what to do about it. I don't know. I would say that because we don't have continuity of government, that it would take a military intervention, and probably will. I'll be honest with you. In the end, because of the ability of the domestic government to function properly and actually see to the people's real needs and respond to the people's real needs and not take bribes and be extorted and all that, they're not doing it, and they won't do it to them. They certainly won't prosecute themselves. They certainly won't hold themselves accountable.
No.
So what do you do, Joey? What is what is? And don't tell me, oh, vote. That ain't working.
No, you know me. I ain't telling you that. We're in Alabama. What, is the Republican going to win for president, or in most cases for Congress?
Yes.
Right.
No, I would say what you need to push is this is why I was the wrecking ball guy. Like, if you can't actually get people on crimes that we think, or we pretty much know they committed, then what you do is you gut the FBI. You gut a lot of the intelligence services. Like, you actually go about doing that, and they haven't. And again, I'm trying to be on this kick of showing some grace, because like, I'm not the one in those shoes actually trying to make these things happen. But there have been a lot of promises made, and in particular on Russiagate or even the COVID stuff. Fauci ever going to go to prison? No. Like, come on. And it's one thing, like, we can all sit here and go, we were right, or I was wrong, or whatever. But it sucks, even when we figure out what the truth is, that the folks that got away with it, well, they got away with it.
All right, so here's what I would say to you. Forget the DOJ, okay? They're doing their job. They're not doing their job, one way or the other, okay? But you've got the court. These judges are ensconced into position, and they won't carry out justice. They won't even hear cases, that doesn't line up with their political ideals. Boasberg is a prime example.
Mm-hmm.
He cherry picks the judges that these cases go to, knowing that those judges won't do anything. But he's not alone. There are dozens of them. And we can't get rid of them because the stupid Republicans won't allow it to happen anyway. The Roberts Court, they're not self-policing. They're not policing themselves.
Maybe not as fast as we like. I don't know. And this is the nature of the system, unfortunately. And people, entrenched interests, have learned how to game that system much more than the populace interest. And we're seeing that. We're seeing Trump run against a wall. The trick is, it's not about us here in Alabama going to vote necessarily, though there might be some competitive races, depending on what the Supreme Court does with redistricting.
Right.
But it's going to be in those battleground purple states or these purple districts, the battle for the House, because then you're really not going to get anything done. But I wish the Senate would blow up the filibuster. Like, I think they should move, and they should move fast. They should have moved in the first 3 months, but instead they chose the route they chose.
We owe a debt of gratitude to Trump for this, at least. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a big old bear that has come along and just ripped the bark off of this rotten tree. And you see all the bugs on the inside. Now, they're trying to avoid daylight. They're doing their very best to get away from being seen, but it was there all along. No other president would do it. Not one would actually expose the rot. And it's not just the politician. it's in academia, it's in the courts. It's, you know, I mean, our country is rife with, you know, this awful corruption of various kinds. And at least now people can see it. That, and I want to say one other thing. Again, for people that were caterwauling about Trump should have done this and Trump should have done that to Fauci, guess what? It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered, not even a bit. In fact, it's probably better he didn't go after him right now, because that way they could have taken him to a court and nobody would have done anything that way. So maybe waiting would be the best policy. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, listen, thanks a lot. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and watch out for that traffic, okay?
See you, man.
Merry Christmas. Got to hit a quick break here. First, as part of the program, in fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you, whether you're looking to buy a home, especially if you're getting ready for the new year to get that new home.
Might be your new goal.
Or if you're looking to refinance your current home.
Yeah.
Especially with interest rates coming down and the promises the president was making last night as a Fed chair that will definitely bring down interest rates even more. So if you're looking to get ready at least, or maybe you're ready to go like right now, get in touch with Alabama Home Mortgage. They can walk you through the home buying process. When it comes to refinance, they can help you meet whatever goal you might have for refinancing that current home. And especially if you're a veteran, they specialize in helping veterans take advantage of the benefits you veterans earned through your service. So y'all call up Alabama Home Mortgage today. Start the conversation at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368. Equal housing lender.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Are you getting ready to put your home up for sale? Remember the 6 Ps. Prepare your home by deep cleaning, painting where needed, yard work, decluttering the inside. Present your home to the market through the experienced realtor who knows how to market the home and get it sold. Price the home at fair market value of what the home should bring in today's market. Your realtor can guide you in pricing the home to sell, not sit. Pay for part of the closing cost and provide a 1-year warranty. Buyers today don't have the down payment and all the cost of buying a home without some help. Prepare to look at offers from the marketplace and accept the best offer for your needs. And 6, place your trust in experienced professionals, including your realtor, closing attorney, and mortgage company. For all the details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. And remember, we are now hiring agents, both new and experienced. Call me today for an interview. Bo Goodson, 221-2883.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to James Gowdy with Sons Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Montgomery. James, how you doing today?
Doing good, Joey. Glad to have you with me again, and hoping this rain gets out of here.
Oh yeah, me too. And hopefully it's a beautiful weather for this upcoming Christmas week. You still got some great sales going on there?
We do, man. We've got our wrap up the year sales event going on. We got up to $16,000 off on our new 26 Ram 1500 Laramies, or you can get 0% financing for 60 months. We still have up to $14,000 off on our Grand Cherokee Limited. And we still have that really, really low lease special going on. Our Jeep Wranglers, currently it's a 4-door sport with a hardtop for only $389. And then we have no payment until March of next year. So some great deals going on for, our new vehicles. Plus, we've got a great selection of pre-owned in stock right now. And then we do have, I know I told you last week about our Christmas gifts that we're giving away for every new car purchase. We still have a couple of gifts left up until Christmas Eve. So come on out, get a new vehicle, you get a Christmas prize. Just ask for James. I'll give you the details on that. We're here until 7 o'clock tonight, or you can shop us online at suncdjr.com.
Folks, y'all check them out today. And, of course, a week from today is Christmas. So Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll talk again, I guess, hopefully as we head into the new year.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Joey.
Thanks, James. Again, that's James with Sons Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Montgomery. Y'all check them out today. Coming up, we have a congressional candidate from the southern part of the state, but it is a competitive race, and I'm looking forward to talking to this gentleman. We'll be right back after this.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Hundreds of mourners gathered in Sydney for the funeral of a 10-year-old girl killed in an anti-Semitic massacre during a Hanukkah celebration. Australia's Prime Minister says he could have done more to prevent the shooting from happening, and accordingly, he's trying to get more laws against hate speech and also hoping to enact tougher gun control laws. U.S. consumer prices were up 2.7% in November. That was cooler than forecast and seemed to indicate that prices are on a downward slope, at least for now. The government says both the Black Hawk crew and a Reagan national controller made key mistakes in January's crash that killed 67 people. A new filing says the pilots failed to maintain visual separation and the controller did not follow FAA procedures on converging traffic. On Wall Street right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 110 points. This is SRN News.
Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-366-6161. That's 800-366-6161. 800-366-6161.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillip Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillip Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
We've got a frontal system approaching, and the risk of showers and thunderstorms will continue well into the evening and nighttime hours tonight before ending. Overnight low temperature down to about 41. Then a noticeably cooler day with sunshine tomorrow and windy, and a high temperature only up to about 54. Down to freezing on Friday night. Saturday's very comfortable and seasonable with a high up to about 63. And I think we'll be a little warmer, maybe 67 on Sunday. Perhaps an isolated shower somewhere in the area on Sunday. Upper 60s. I think Monday is dry as we start Christmas week. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Brighten your holidays with ASE Credit Union. Enjoy the season stress-free with our special holiday loans. Visit us or call today to learn more. ASE Credit Union, your ASECU.com. 334-270-9011. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
1819 News.
U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville believes that the U.S. military forces that are surrounding the country of Venezuela right now will not be called off by President Trump until Nicolas Maduro is forced out of power. Tuberville was on Newsmax this past Wednesday.
We have a war against drugs, but it's been going on for 25 years, and people need to understand they're killing our people every day. So this is the first president that says enough's enough. We're going to strike back. And we're doing exactly that. You know, it's a seek and destroy mission. We want to make sure that Venezuela understands that it's time to shut this off. Maduro is a communist killer, and President Trump is cutting off the head of this snake slowly. But it's not just about drugs. It's about guns, laundering money. It's about the oil they're selling all over the world and using it for narco-terrorism and terrorism with ISIS.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Brian Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
U.S. Congressman Robert Adderholt is very excited about how Alabama's economy will be affected by the incoming U.S. Space Command at Redstone Arsenal. Adderholt says about 1,000 people will be coming with that new headquarters and will create more jobs in the area, as many as 2,000. Adderholt says this will not only boost North Alabama's economy, but is an overall positive effect on the state of Alabama. He says such a relocation plan is no small thing. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Attention Montgomery business owners. Want more customers without guessing how to reach them? Blue Water Broadcasting isn't just radio. We're your full-service digital marketing partner. From smart social media campaigns to targeted display ads to SEO that actually works. We help your business get seen by the right people at the right time. Whether you're a local shop, a growing brand, or an established company, our team can build a custom strategy that drives real results on air and online. Ready to grow? Call Blue Water Broadcasting today or visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, your audience is waiting.
Marguerite's open every day to Christmas Eve. We'll stay here till the last person comes Christmas Eve. And we're known for our $99 Christmas special. Well, this year we're offering half-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings. Fantastic quality and 14-karat white or yellow gold. No one else in the country offers it. We want you as a client. We got tons of things for you. I want you to come in and shop Marguerite's. No one has prices like we have. No one has quality like we have. Come in and shop Marguerite's this Christmas. I want you to take that with a kiss, Mrs. Wales.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's cleaning service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back, folks. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader's still here. Byron Sheedy had to scoop. And joining us in the studio as promised, we have Austin Sidwell. Austin Sidwell is running for Congress there in, let's say, the Baldwin County area. Was that District 1?
District 1.
And, of course, competitive race, I will say. Thank you to all the courts for the redistricting. But, Austin, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, man.
And so I always begin this way, whether somebody's running for city council, mayor, governor, senator. I've not had a chance to talk to a presidential candidate, but I ask them as well, why do this to yourself?
I think I feel like most Americans do. We're a little ticked off. We're a little ticked off at a representative government that's not represented by the people anymore. And we've seen a long line, decades of career politicians get in there and worry about themselves over representing the people. And I think it's time that we put people back in office. And I think Trump gave us, a crack in the wall, if you will, right? And there's an opportunity for us to kind of bulldoze that crack and knock it down.
Here.
And, there's a lot that needs to be done, and we can't get it all done at once, and one person can't do it, but it takes one person at a time stepping up and actually affecting the change. So
now, what would you say? It doesn't have to be in any particular order, but like the three top things that are pissing you off that are like, we really need to bulldoze that wall.
Everyone's feeling the affordability crisis right now. I mean, I've got three. I'm married with 3 kids. I've got a 15-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
Oh, God.
And they're not going to be able to own a home when it comes time. I mean, my 15-year-old, I don't know what to tell him, what college to pursue, what jobs to pursue. And simply put, like, we're getting outspent out of the American dream.
Yeah.
And I guess coming after that is I'm a military vet. So, the way that we treat our veterans and the way that we treat our troops. I mean, the first thing, Congress is still getting paid and our troops aren't getting paid every time we shut down the government every single year.
Yeah,
and it's over and over again. Mm-hmm. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So I'm here because I think it's time to put new people in office. And I guess you've asked for 3. So the next one that bugs me is you'll see it on the floor right now. They're trying to pass legislation to keep people or congressmen from trading in office.
Trading stocks.
Yeah. And it's an 86% issue for the American people, and we can't even see movement on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's pretty clear cut that the American people are just tired of it. Yeah. And I think we're on the campaign trail every single day, and we are feeling people, and people are tired of putting in these establishment politicians, and we're getting a lot of movement with it.
Now, you served, or you were in the United States Air Force?
I was in the Air Force. Yeah. I went to the Air Force Academy, and then I spent 12 years flying helicopters, both Pave Hawks with combat search and rescue, and then Hueys at Fort Rucker.
Nice.
What do you make of this change that seems to emphasize not the top brass sitting fat and happy in Washington, D.C., but more the emphasis on, the everyman who is in the service and working their tail off?
Well, I mean, I think that's what Hegseth's done fantastic. I mean, you put in a guy that doesn't have stars on his shoulders, and I respect those leaders and stuff there, but sometimes I know being a captain in a flight room, you talk with the guys and they're just disconnected from what's going on with the everyday troops. Mm-hmm. So now we put a guy in Secretary Hegseth that's in there that actually knows the pulse of the troops on the ground. And you're seeing that it's simply put, like, we serve with great American men and women, and all we want to do is do our job. So he's saying, cut out all the BS and just get back to war fighting, right? Like, stop with the money going to wasted training, wasted things, wars that don't matter, and put it back into the technology and the advancement that are going to protect our troops.
You're here. And it's to your point about the government shutdown, but I think we also saw it with a lot of, the social experimentation with the military. The military should not be used as pawns in the sense of your political games. Should not be used as bargaining chips or holding them hostage in order to try to get your political agenda across. And also, you've got to be able to look at that quality of life. I'd imagine tying your first issue to your second, the affordability crisis is hitting a lot of folks serving right now too.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is. I mean, look at the pay. If we haven't had a decent pay increase for our enlisted troops, and I don't know how long. I mean, I think the E1 is making, don't quote me on this, but about $25K a year. That's ridiculous.
I did see where Trump, and I thought it was a big thing last night where he mentioned the
17
the bonus. Why is that not an annual thing on a regular basis anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah, and I didn't consider it until he said it last night. I thought, why are we not doing this anyway?
Yeah, and why don't we apply that as being tax free so it
exactly
doesn't jump people up a tax bracket at the same time?
Exactly.
So, I mean, there are simple fixes that we can do that help troops, and using them as political pawns is wrong, because you saw that during the last administration where, people aren't going to join up and serve a woke military, a military that's there to serve, some establishment bureaucracy government. They're there just like I served, was because my granddaddy told me the one thing he regretted was not serving his country. And so what did I do? I signed up to serve my country because I respect him and I respect, the people that came before us that made this country great.
Amen.
And that's why people sign up. It's not because of all this other BS. So let's focus on doing what's best for them. Right? Let's update our technology. Let's get them paid appropriately. And it's not difficult.
And I love also the idea, and this is beyond just the military, is if you expect more of people, we have high standards for all physical standards, all sorts of standards. And I think when we expect higher standards, that actually in particular inspires young men to sign up and join a cause.
Absolutely. And that's what Hegseth hasn't done anything to make the standard higher than what it already was. He just said that everyone has to meet that standard. I mean, you'll talk to men and women alike in the service. They'll meet the standard. You put it in front of in front of them, and they're going to meet it.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned the third issue. They're trying to get that stock trading ban done. I know. I think I saw Anna Paulina Luna leading great on that. Tim Burchett is also another guy I like. And so I'm mentioning them because I'm wondering who you might see yourself trying to work with up there in the Congress. And I'll just tell you straight up, a lot of the folks that come through running often seem earnest, sincere, and I believe them to be those things. And then you get to DC, and DC changes people. It really does.
It changes people because they go there for a career.
Okay.
Because once you're worried about, being in leadership, being there for a career, and there are things you have to get done to affect change, both, what's right for the conservative movement, but first and foremost, it's for the people of your district. If you put your people of your district first, I'm not worried about what the establishment leadership tells me to do. I'm going up there, and if they want to put me back in office the next time, then great. I'm a term limits guy, so that's self-imposed. So I would love for an amendment to get passed. Good luck trying to get that done with the politicians we have in there currently. But like I said, it takes one at a time, but I'll self-limit myself. Get there at a certain point. When it's done, before I get the slime and grime of the swamp on me, then you get out and you go home. We were not meant to be there for a career. And if you change the perspective and make the perspective about getting up there, serving for a period of time, and then going back, make your money at home. If you're so good at business, go back home and start a business after you're done.
I love that. I love what you're saying there. Going back to the first issue you mentioned, the affordability crisis. Why do you think this is going on this way? And what are some potential fixes to that?
I mean, it's going on because there's no accountability or transparency on where any of the money is going. It's not about taxing us more. They have plenty of money, I promise. And if they need more, they're going to print more, right? But we come out of the Biden regime where they're spending money like it's nobody's business, printing more if they need it, taxing us more if they need more than that. And all that's done is inflate us. And I think President Trump is pointed in the right direction. But the president is just one branch of government. What has Congress done? They can't even balance their own budget. Right. And that's across the board. We're talking the affordability can't even be approached until we get Congress in line with the president. I mean, as a conservative, I'm 35 years old. For 30 years, I've paid attention and watched the same talking points from conservatives over and over again. Small government. We need a tax system that makes sense. We're okay with taxes, but it needs to be limited and it needs to go to the appropriate places in government. We need accountability and transparency. It never changes. It never happens because we keep putting the same people in there. So I think in order to affect an affordability change, we need to hold the people accountable that have the purse. And then we need to get Congress actually working, because for the last 50 years, let's be honest, they've delegated all their power and they're not actually doing anything anymore. They'd rather sit and have, drinks with lobbyists and special interests than they want to actually do their job.
Here.
And that's both in district and in DC. We need to spend more time in the district and stop spending the weekends up in DC.
We're talking to Austin Sidwell. He is running for Congress in District 1 there in the southern part of the state. If folks are hearing you up here in central Alabama, Austin, and I like this guy, I want to support him in some way, how can they do so?
SidwellForCongress.com.
SidwellForCongress.com. And of course, you can donate there, folks. And
absolutely. Donate. You can get on to volunteer with us. Need all the help we can get because the establishment's strong, but I think we the people still matter. It's still a government of we the people, and if we step up and speak, we can affect change.
Now, how did you think you came by your your conservative kind of beliefs and disposition.
I mentioned my granddaddy and my grandmother earlier. They still live a few miles down from me down Fish River, and my parents. I mean, my dad owns a security company for the past 33 years. So small business guy, and started in Alabama, started in Atlanta, moved it to Alabama about 23 years ago, and just been plugging away ever since. I've sat there and watched them struggle as a small business as the government just adds regulations, adds taxes. We want to talk about something that wants to help the American people and affordability. Get rid of the payroll tax, right? People don't understand that that's 6% for the employee and 6% for the employer.
Yes.
Take it away. I mean, it should be a day one thing. It should be gone. They don't need to tax us. They are taxing every single dollar over and over and over again. And they're not allowing small business owners to grow their businesses and employ more people.
Yeah, and we have a very similar origin story. My dad was a small business owner, and he hated taxes. And just because it's like, wait, how many months out of the year am I working for these folks? And it'd be one thing if they were spending the money well, like they claim they are. But we all know that is not the case. And I want to circle back to the deficit and the debt. I mean, I just saw a report this week that within 5 to 10 years, and it might be faster than that, we're looking at $2 trillion interest payments alone on the debt. They're already at about $1 trillion more than military spending. And especially folks in our generation, well, we're both in our 30s, and you in particular thinking about future generations with your 3 kids. Like, I think this is, to me, the big flashing red light of we must take care of this. And yet a lot of folks seem asleep at the wheel.
Well, it's an issue that covers so many things. It's not just, okay, we won't have, the American dream available for our future generations, but it's also a national security issue. I mean, who's collecting our debt right now, right? I mean, we're talking about foreign entities that own our debt. All right. So the first thing we do, and we know we're not going to tackle it overnight, but we need to start getting back to a balanced budget. That doesn't mean we have to suck up all $38 trillion of debt at once, right? But we can go about it bit by bit, like anyone who conquers debt goes about it. But what we're doing is, as a government, we have to reflect the values of the people, right? Like, debt is not just a problem in our government. It's a problem amongst people. I mean, look at what creditors are doing to people. Look at the interest rates that are on credit cards right now. Look at I don't know the number off the top of my head, but it's trillions of dollars in credit card debt. I mean, you can pretty much finance a cup of coffee now, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we are just promulgating this idea that we can just shove it off to the next generation throughout our population, and it needs to stop. So it's simple. You start with a balanced budget. You don't spend more than what you take in.
Now, just shifting gears here, maybe a bit abruptly, are you a Christian?
I am. Yes, sir.
So, like, how does your faith, would you say, inform you? And I mean, in life in general, but in particular, going for this office and running?
Oh, I mean, it's everything to me. Even stepping out and when we made the decision to run, and you're taking a look at everything, and I personally believe that we're in a spiritual war, right? Like, this is a good and evil. It's a binary game, and I know what side I'm on, and that kind of tampers down the fear, because people tell me all the time, it's like, you don't know the corruption, you don't know how bad it is up there, and I'm like, I know. But I got Jesus Christ on my side. And having that is just a perspective that, I mean, I'm not scared of anything, because I don't have to be. And I try and reflect that in the things that I do. We're all fallen, but I think that, the fruits that we talk about that come from that are, I just try to live my life with joy. I try and spread that, and I try to reflect my values in the things that I do every day.
Hear, hear. Amen. And you're finishing up law school?
I just finished up. Just took my last final at Jones School of Law here in Montgomery.
Oh, nice.
So
that's got to feel nice just on its own.
Nice, yeah. Yeah. I think we're still going to end up taking the bar in February, which is a big deal during the campaign. But we're going to knock it out and get it done, because that's just another step. I just want to show my kids that, once you start something, you finish it.
Oh, there you go.
Now, just to play devil's advocate here, somebody could look at you and go, you're a young man, and especially I've heard it in my life, somebody in their 50s or 60s, like, oh, you're just young. It's like this guy over here, Eddie, has definitely played that card on me. I mean, also, like, look, you got other people backing other people, endorsements. You got a guy who's used to be the incumbent. Like, what are your chances, man? Come on.
Oh, my chances are what the American people believe my chances are. right? I mean, you get out there, and I tell people all the time, it sounds crazy. I don't have any of those crazy endorsements. No one knew my name 5 minutes ago. But as we start to get out there and talking, I'm telling you, I'm batting like 99%.
Yeah.
You go out and talk to American people, the first thing they ask me, have you ever been a politician? No. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I mean, it's that simple, right? They're tired of it.
Yeah.
And I'll put my resume up against anyone, right? At 12 years in the Air Force, I've been there. I ran my parents' business for the last 2 years, and I just graduated law school. So I'll put that resume up with the fact that I'm not one of the establishment politicians, and my chances are pretty good.
Hear, hear. And is there somebody or a moment out on the campaign trail as you've been meeting folks that give their name, their whole background, but like a moment that sticks in the mind that goes, this is why I'm doing this?
I mean, there's been a couple of so far. We've only been doing this for about a month, but I'll say one, and I'll just say Carl. I think he's listening, but he's a good guy, and it was early on in the trail, and his big thing is, kind of what you were getting at with, how are you going to do this, right? And his big thing was, okay, so you hear this from politicians, you're going to go up there and you're going to get beat down by the system. How do we know that you have, the cojones, if you will, to get up there and do it? And I asked him, I said, Carl, have you ever turned a helicopter to idle with a student on controls at 1,000 feet and taking it to the ground? And he looked at me and he goes, no. And I said, well, I have. I promise you that I have the cojones to do this job. So, I mean, I think my experiences and anyone that's, I mean, you go to Fort Rucker, it's in our district, right? Those guys are out there busting their butt. Any of us could do it, right? Like that's the crazy thing. How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? This isn't some celebrity position where you just need to be an American to go up there and promulgate your values and do what you think's right for the district.
There you go.
So anyone can do it. I just happen to be the one that God put forward in this moment.
Amen. I love that answer. And do what you just described takes Kone's a spine of steel. Let's just say.
Sure.
Spine of steel. Well, I appreciate the time. This is a few minutes have flown by. Again, if folks want to check out
SidwellForCongress.com. We're also up on Facebook, Instagram. We'll have a Twitter up at some point for all the Gen Zers out there. So Sidwell for Congress across the board.
Well,
excellent.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And good luck, man. And if you ever want to come back or call in, feel free.
No, absolutely. I will do. I
deal.
appreciate this. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a street corner Santa.
Ho, 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 man.
I see you're raising money for charity.
Yeah, and when I get done, I'm going to go over to talk to David Ernest about my portfolio.
Well, of course you can go see him, but you can also call him.
I know, man. Toll free. 833-596-7233. And remember, those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
Indeed they do. And I understand there was some trouble over here last night.
Yeah, I kind of got thrown out of the cocktail lounge down on the corner.
What happened?
Well, I'd been out working. I was kind of tired. I wanted a little something to drink, and I asked the bartender for a Santa's sleigh.
A Santa's sleigh? What exactly is a Santa's sleigh?
It doesn't matter what it is, man. It's just on the house.
You know you're getting cold, don't you?
Ring-a-ding-ding, man, and Merry Christmas.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I forget, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, they're doing great work over there.
Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah, and I love seeing a success story in our sponsor, number one, but also how much they give back to the community. So, folks, when you spend your money with Pest Pro Services, which is very reasonable, like the monthly subscription model they have, I know for a fact, a lot of y'all are spending more on frickin' streaming services.
Oh, no doubt.
Which is great. But how much are you actually watching?
Well, many more of them spending more on coffee.
Yeah, and other things that you maybe have subscribed to. No, pest control, you should treat it like your electricity, like your gasoline.
Yeah.
You should treat it as part of your
It's required
upkeep
maintenance
of your home.
Especially here in Alabama. Because we got bugs and critters year round.
Mm-hmm. And so you don't have to get used to them invading your home. Pest Pro Services can help you in that regard. And you can get basic pest control protection. It's, again, a monthly subscription.
Right.
And then you can add on to that a package to take care of mosquitoes when the season is right for that, or a yearly termite inspection and year-round protection. And we're getting into that season with the wet coming down.
It's that time, buddy.
And, of course, they're also helping in these cold months with wildlife control. Now, sometimes happens in the summer, but generally speaking, when it gets cold outside,
Cold and rainy, animals don't want to be out there.
Those little critters are going to try to make your home their home. Don't let them do it. You don't have to live that way. Just get in touch with Pest Pro Services. They can remove a creature if it's already in there, or just make sure your jam up and jelly tight.
They can seal that house up for you.
So y'all check them out today. That's Pest Pro Services. 265-9990 is their number. That's 265-9990. Or you can always go to ppsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services. And be sure to tell Ashley and that great team Merry Christmas and that Joey and Eddie sent you. Who's this on one? Clark?
I believe it's Clark.
Hey, Clark, how you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm fine. And yourself?
Good.
Very much enjoyed your interview with Mr. Sidwell. And
very impressive fellow.
Agreed with everything.
Yeah.
Now, he pointed out that we're supposed to have a representative government.
Mm-hmm.
And we are supposed to have a representative government.
Correct.
And technically, we do have a representative government. The problem is the people that are supposed to be our representatives are not representing us, as Mr. Sidwell said. They do, however, represent their corporate sponsorship. And that's our problem. And once they figured out they could get corporate sponsorship, they don't really need us anymore. So why would they represent us when they have corporate sponsorship? Name me a more lucrative profession to get into right now. And not for every single one of them, but what's Ilhan Omar's net worth? $20 million, something like that?
Wow.
How long has she been in Congress?
She couldn't do that on OnlyFans, that's for sure.
0 to 20. That's pretty good. Now, Nancy Pelosi, she's going to have to learn how to do outside trading if she's going to do any more trading. But insider trading, she didn't start from scratch.
Nope.
But she certainly did quite well. If you look, I'm sorry. Her husband did quite well. Yeah.
Except on that one day.
That's what we've got to figure out how to fix. Until we get the corporate sponsorship out of it, we're not going to be represented.
Amen.
Yeah.
And this is why I like the Austin, who we just talked to.
Yeah, he was spot on.
Yes.
Now, if he goes up there and says what he says on your radio show, he's going to have a lot of trouble with leadership. And that's in the Republican Party.
Yes, sir.
If you go up there and tell them, sir, I'm sorry, but I'm quite sure none of my constituents elected me so I could come up here and just do what you say. Yeah. And so that's the other thing that maybe we need to look at is committee assignments and how they're given out and what you have to do to get them.
Oh, you're hitting a lot of stuff. And the reason, like you could say that we're supposed to be a constitutional republic that has a form of representative government, not direct democracy. Thank God for that. Bonkers that would be. There's a reason the Articles of Confederation failed. And then some might suggest it was a right-wing coup that brought in the current constitution. But the idea is we're supposed to have that constitutional republic. But when you look at the seniority system, especially within the Senate, but in the House as well, you look at the committee system, you look at the staffing system, as well as like how elections are now funded and run for the most part. Yeah, you have also, and how they're on off years. So you might win a bunch of the House, but you can't win the whole Senate.
Yeah, you never can take the whole thing.
If you really want to have a change election where you have a complete takeover of both houses and a new president, and they're ready to go and make sweeping changes, that technically can still happen. But there are so many different guardrails, even if you win the election, that are going to continue to stop that. To where the old guard that is technically on your team is playing a completely different game than you think as a populist.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I just wanted to add that, and y'all keep doing what you do, and I'll keep listening to it.
Appreciate you, Clark.
Thank you, Clark.
And that's why, by the way, it drives me up a wall when you see Bernie Sanders slobbering all, it's an oligarchy. It's an oligarchy.
The fact that people still listen to him after everyone knows what a fraud he is and that he sell out at the end of the day. Sorry, I just don't have nothing for you.
We need to make a complete and total moratorium on AI. Artificial intelligence.
And whatever happened, his wife was up on some charges a while back. Whatever happened with that?
No.
Part of that book deal, I think.
It's just with the oligarch. And it's like, you mean people with money? Like, that's not, you're part of the oligarchy, Bernie. Dadgummit, you dope.
But he can't be part of it if he's calling them out.
He's clearly part of it all day, every day. And honestly, that's all the trouble going on right now, all the distrust, all the suspicion, and like, it's because the old oligarchy is falling apart. Now, as I think it's an Adam Smith quote, there's a lot of ruin in a nation, which means just when you think, oh, we're about to fall off a cliff, it's like, no, it might take more like
a little bit more,
200, 300 years. Like, don't underestimate how long very corrupt, say, oligarchs can continue to just keep running that show in a corrupt way. And things get crappier and crappier for everyday people, but they can still
run almost on autopilot.
Right. We'll see where it goes. And I love young folks. The guy is younger than me by 2 years.
Yeah.
But I love seeing somebody like Austin Sidwell throwing their hat into the ring, saying, you know what? I'm not going up there to make money. I'm not going up there for a career. I love that message. And I love that it's coming from an informed place of, I've run a small business.
Oh, you definitely got
that's
passion.
In the family. I have 3 kids. I got stakes in the future. Like, I've served this country. Those are the folks you want. But you need more and more and more of them. And if we get to the point where we could actually say pass something like term limits, maybe we're ready to go.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Then we might be cooking with gas.
Man, that'd be so nice.
In the skillet, the grease is popping.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't popping right now. Not popping at all. Oh, look, a new bishop in Illinois.
What happened?
He's going to replace Cardinal Dolan. And
you got any inside information there, Joe?
I do not.
Come on, man. Call up your sources.
My uncle's in the Mobile Archdiocese. Like, it's not the same.
If somebody works for Ford, I can ask them Ford questions, can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it makes sense because Cardinal Dolan was getting a little
older.
older.
Okay, that's kind
And
of.
he's starting to show it. He was still doing a daily video and stuff. And I like Cardinal Dolan a lot. Seems like a great dude to just hang out with and talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, he also
busy schedule.
At a certain point, and he probably is still going to have some position in emeritus or something of that nature. Maybe he'll be a local pastor somewhere, or like not be the head pastor, but he'll be like the priest that can help out the head pastor. But he doesn't have all the major responsibilities of ministry. It's like running a freaking business, running a church.
I'm thinking Bobby Bowden football.
Mhm.
I mean, he was
Yeah. You're kind of a figurehead. You you still do the sacraments and still provide godly service, holy service to people, but it's not like you are running the cardinal's office or whatever fancy word they have for it.
You finally get to enjoy the job.
Right. There you go. Yeah. So that's going on. And isn't that the guy that used to be a priest and then stopped being a priest on Fox News?
I have no idea.
He's very well spoken. But that's always odd when like somebody, you go through the whole seminary, and then especially in the Catholic Church, you take the sacrament of holy orders. Then you're like, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Is that comedian? Is it Ari?
Ari Shafir?
Didn't he?
He did that in terms of in the Jewish tradition.
Yeah.
He was in
So
Israel
strange,
studying
too,
to be a rabbi. Yeah.
Because that's such a disciplined type deal for you to do.
Well, what triggered him to like go off the rails into complete whatever he believes.
Yeah.
To disbelieve the Judaism he was raised in. I think the moment was like he fell asleep and he accidentally had left a light on, and it had the Sabbath came.
That's right.
And he couldn't actually even switch off the light to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and so it was the legalistic aspect of it that drove him. He said, "This is nonsense." Like
It's
it kind of made him trigger.
simple, but it did.
And actually, it's like, hey, Ari, you should read the New
But
Testament.
is it not just more of a disciplinism there, where you don't have to turn the light off? I get it, but it's
right. But you should read the New Testament, sir. Like in the sense of that's kind of the critique of the old law, that it could reveal only so much, but especially the legalistic enforcement of it.
Well, John Goodman's character in Big Lebowski couldn't roll on Sundays or Saturdays.
Like read Paul's epistles, and like I mentioned to you yesterday, how he sometimes, he's always advising members of given churches he's writing letters to treat one another in a loving way and a considerate way, to stop suing each other, stop accusing or slandering each other. But by the way, that circumcision party over there have nothing to do with them. They're just wrong. Because there were still folks who were like, no, to be a real Christian, you gotta chop it off, at least the tip. And they're like, no, you're not. Like literally, I think there's lines, you're now circumcising Christ. Like so, and I think what's happened, and it's in some ways it's a balance, because you see it in different denominations where there's no structure.
Yeah.
And so you get into some weird, and this is definitely an American thing. Like we have freedom of religion here. So the amount of odd religions that claim to be Christian even.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not even talking about big ones you might know the names of. They're just the ones that pop up for a generation and then just kind of go away. Like, so you do want some standards. Like,
you gotta have some standards.
Yeah, but when you're like, I saw Erica Kirk talking about Charlie's book about the Sabbath. We weren't like legalistic about it. Obviously, we got kids, we got obligations that we have. So, but it's more the principle of the matter and getting into that practice. And yes, sometimes you fall off, but it's not the end of the world in this sort of sense.
No one's perfect, right?
Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. Oh, this part of the program, once again, brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder. They're at Dillon Rings.
Good folks, dude.
They really are great folks at Dillon Rings. And, we've been showcasing and spotlighting a lot of their inventory. The lab diamonds that are the stud earrings set in gold are 70% off?
Up to 70% off, Joey.
Crazy.
And what's just a couple of days away?
Christmas. Right. It's literally a week from today.
Wow.
Which is kind of nuts. It just dawned on me.
I knew it was getting close.
Right. And so maybe you're looking to buy something that's already there. It could be, if you could sneak it, maybe there's a piece of jewelry your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever, your mother, your aunt, wears all the time. And it kind of looks like she wears it all the time.
Right.
What if you could convince her, it doesn't have to Christmas gift doesn't have to be a surprise. convince her, like, what if that could shine and shimmer like it's brand new again? You can still wear it. I know you love wearing it.
Yeah.
What if it could look like you the first time you put it on? That would be a great Christmas gift.
That would be a great Christmas gift.
So there's so many options there. To go in to Dylan Rings, look around, talk to Josh, talk to Leslie, and let them kind of guide you. And I swear you're going to find a perfect Christmas gift there, but you're running out of time. Get by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway, and be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electrical bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Hello, I'm Johnny Sullivan from Sinclair's Restaurant. We're almost 27 years, and our business is as good as ever, and I give the credit to Blue Water Broadcasting for keeping us on the air and letting people know what we do. Advertising with them has been a huge help to our business. I've seen a uptick from day one. If you need to grow your business, I highly recommend you give them a call.
Blue Water Broadcasting is the #1 most listened to radio group in the River region. Find out how to put this reach to work for your business. Call us to find out how we can help. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is #1 in the #2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
We've got a frontal system approaching, and the risk of showers and thunderstorms will continue well into the evening and nighttime hours tonight before ending. Overnight low temperature down to about 41. Then a noticeably cooler day with sunshine tomorrow and windy, and a high temperature only up to about 54. Down to freezing on Friday night. Saturday's very comfortable and seasonable with a high up to about 63. And I think we'll be a little warmer, maybe 67 on Sunday. Perhaps an isolated shower somewhere in the area on Sunday. Upper 60s. I think Monday is dry as we start Christmas week. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank has digital banking solutions to help you keep up. Check balances, pay bills, and much more. Learn more at cbsbank.com. Charges and fees may apply from your cellular service provider. Contact your service provider for information. Member FDIC.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Yeah, I think that warrior bonus is all right.
I do too, and I don't know if it's never been done.
Warrior dividends.
Coming from a blue collar background, one of the great things about working at factories, one of the highlights, whatever, you got Christmas bonuses. I mean, it was something you look forward to, and it was a lot of times money you spent for Christmas. I mean, that.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're doing this is great. The fact we haven't done it in the past is a little bit embarrassing, but I hope that's something that continues.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. Let's go to Sam. Hey, Sam.
What up, Sammy?
Hey, thank you for taking my call. Y'all sound great. Yeah, man, it ain't a burning question. There's phone lines lit up today. People trying to fit. Will that money? Will it go to veterans or the military or those in the VA? All those kind of.
Yeah.
There's all. But if it goes just strictly to in uniform, on duty servicemen, God bless them. They deserve it.
Exactly, man.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Joey, Eddie, and I, we were just texting a couple days ago about the timing of this, about possible invasion and what's going on in Venezuela, and you hate to see people away from their families the holiday, the military,
right?
And but that's part of the
part of it.
Part of the deal. That kind of happens, but that check will go a long way. Is going to go a long way.
Oh, certainly. Something that was brought to my attention, especially during the government shutdown, was the amount of military families that had to go on food assistance here locally. Just here locally.
It used to be. I'm sorry, but it used to be you had to be an E7 before if you had a family before y'all weren't starving anymore, and Mama probably had to have a second job. Sorry, but you were saying.
Well, I didn't know that. It's alarming to see that. So again, that's why I feel much better about these kind of bonuses like this.
Well, and by the way, this is not a necessarily new thing when you're just starting off. It's a shame that so many folks in the military at this point, it has gotten worse. But my grandfather told me a story. I think they're in Puerto Rico in the 70s, and AC goes out. So they bought a new AC unit, and they literally had $0.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, they got put up the plan together, started to be able to save a little bit here, a little bit there. But yeah, when you're not making bank, it's called service for a reason.
There's a comedian who said this one time, and it hit really close to home. You've ever written a bad check for the quart of chocolate milk at the 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
I mean, back when you start, but that struggle, it's a teaching moment. It really is. And as much as it sucks to be in it, when you're looking back, I mean, it to me, it kind of shaped me anyway.
And I'll just be blunt about it. Like my parents did well in the sense that we had a nice house in County Downs. My dad on some really good years was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that wasn't every year because it was consulting work. So I would say it was a good upper middle class, go to private school the whole time.
Yeah.
And you learn growing up, and I think being blessed and privileged in that way, at least I learned this is enough. I don't know. When you start going into the millions and millions and millions and
how much is enough?
Right, unless you're really active and are creating something, and thus you're gaining a lot of wealth from those creations. At a certain point, it's just stuff. And I don't want to go back to making 20 something a year, having to live with 3 roommates. But I also don't have some striving to go make millions of dollars either. I don't know. It just seems.
Well, I don't think you're that competitive. There are some. I know some entrepreneurs, man. They're just they're cutthroat.
Sure.
And that's what they live for. I'm the same. I'm like you. I'm not that way. I just got to make enough to go to Jamaica once in a while, and we're good. We're good.
I always thought I was going to have 4 or 5 kids and whatnot, and now that I've got some age on me, that's what I really miss is more the family time.
I get you.
I've been spending more time with my parents than ever over the last year, and as rough as it was in that spots, it still has been. It's what I needed. I called in to pick at Eddie a little bit. He said he didn't, that none of us were perfect. I was going to set him straight, but let me move. Here I am, Mr. America. Earlier today, President Trump, he signed that executive order rescheduling marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out and hey, wonderful thing. So it like Tylenol, but anyways, he said he's there with the doctors, the nurses, and whatnot, He said the universities will be doing a lot of research, and they'll be looking for people, cancer patients and such, and they're going to do studies and whatnot. They'll be distributing the weed. And, anyways, it's me. So the first bad joke that came to my mind is, will Steve Marshall be raiding UAB?
What I was wondering is, can somebody open a weed store in Alabama right now? It's legal, right? I mean, don't want to be the first one because you'll be the first one that gets raided. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then, like I said, it's the message was sent. Beverage is king, because it was when Alabama got raided. Same thing happened in Arkansas.
Come on, guys. It smells like a skunk perpetually here in Montgomery. Like, everybody's getting high if they want to.
You are so right about that.
And it just pisses me off no end because I ain't got none.
I don't understand though. How does it smell like? It smells like weed in Montgomery, different areas, but all the time. I go to Jamaica where it's legal. It doesn't smell like weed there. As soon as you get off the plane, it doesn't smell like weed. But in Montgomery, as soon as you step outside, you're looking around. Hey, there's skunk.
I'm always like, you guys got any snacks?
You think got coffee guy driving around?
Mm-hmm.
When I get on the bypass, I like when I come up from Troy, I can either go through Trotman's the back way.
Yeah.
But Hyundai's gonna mess that up. It's dangerous as hell now, and the road's rutted. But bypass, I like to come up, and I mean, when you're in Montgomery, the smell welcomes you.
Just like when you're in Prattville, the smell from the paper mill used to get you.
Yeah. Oh.
So I think one of my a moment I will always remember is going with a certain someone. We're covering the Libertarian Party of Alabama's convention in Dothan.
Oh, yes.
At some crappy days in. And the entertainment for the night is Afro Man. And as I'm walking with this other gentleman, because we were going to go to the gas station anyway, just to get away from the place for a second. Afro Man pulls up in his car and he's got his old bedazzled mug, like the same.
What's he driving, by the way?
It was like an SUV, like a Hyundai.
Okay.
And wasn't anything fancy, but he gets out, he's decked out, and we go, "Hey man, how you doing?" He goes, "Oh, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother." I'm like, "We're going to the gas station. Can't get you anything." A couple blunts.
Hey, there you go.
And literally we went over to his hotel room and gave it to him, and he smoked inside the hotel the days in.
I'm sure they had no smoking policy.
Yeah, but nobody cared. It was Afro Man. He got away with it.
He's Afro Man. What are you gonna do?
Anyway, I got to run, Sam. I appreciate it.
All right, hey, listen, God bless good people. Yeah, I got to get out and do some Christmas shopping.
All right, man.
Thank y'all.
See you, Sam.
Okay, so I got to hit a break here, but actually, wait for a second because I want to say this.
Yeah.
I put it on my Facebook page. I know you shared it. Greg has put it on his Facebook page. Rosie. If you want to mention somebody in my mind who is angelic, an angel of a woman, it's Rosie for so many reasons.
Yes, sir.
She's in help. She needs help. She's
help.
in need. She needs that help. We've already raised, I think, a little over $1,000, if not more.
Excellent.
And just this day, I think it's around $3,000. Looking to meet a goal a little higher.
Got a pretty big
that.
goal, but it's what she needs. It's what she needs, man.
Whatever you can, $100.
Yep.
$300, $500 if you can do it, or $10, $20 if that's all you can do. Whatever amount, please help Rosie out. Because again, I worry sometimes I take people for granted that come in and out of my life. And I look and think about her. She is, she's wonderful.
She is.
And she has helped so many people, so many causes over the years. I think it's time to help her.
Agreed.
You can go to my Facebook page, Greg Budel's Facebook page, Eddie's Facebook page.
It's all over Facebook.
It's Donate to Rosie's Journey. She's got this awful scoliosis that is very expensive to treat and get better. So let's make it a Merry Christmas in that regard for her. We'll be right back, folks.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This is Lyle from Marguerite's here to let you know about our $99 Christmas special. Yes, it's 14 karat white or yellow gold. Yes, it's high quality diamonds. This year, it's a half carat diamond, total weight, stud earrings, lab grown diamonds, absolutely gorgeous, for $99. They cost me more, but who cares? I want the business. I want you to be a customer Marguerites. Half carat, lab grown, diamond stud earrings, $99. You take that, Mr. Walmart, and whoever else is out there.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how are you?
I'm good. You know what we did not talk about yesterday? It was Mom and Dad's 59th anniversary yesterday.
Oh, wow. Happy anniversary.
Wow.
And I dropped the ball and didn't say happy anniversary, even though I did first thing in the morning. But Mom is probably the easiest wife ever. She never remembers her birthdays or anniversaries.
Oh, wow.
So every year when she gets up, there's a card laying beside her pillow when she wakes up. It says happy anniversary. And Dad takes her to Dairy Queen.
Oh, man. You just made my heart smile there with that.
I'm like, Dad, you don't know how much good you got to make. Do you understand what I have to go through on my anniversary?
Make us look
I gotta
bad,
make it
Ray.
Special.
Yeah.
I know. He's got it made. Dad's got it made. But listen, if you are in the boat of, oh no, Christmas is upon us, and I'm behind the 8 ball. We're doing Operation Doorbell tomorrow. He's actually home painting today, so his wife thinks for Christmas that she's getting her bedroom painted, but she doesn't realize she's getting a whole new bedroom.
That is so cool.
It's such a good idea. I'm like, why have we not thought of this years earlier? I've been advertising this forever. If y'all have a bathroom remodel, I had a friend of mine call me a minute ago and say, hey, my mom had to move in with me. I'm going to have to tear out the tub and make a handicap shower. No big deal. We can do that for you guys. Whatever you might need, call us 285-8117. We'll come out and give you those free measurements.
Again, that number is 285-8117, and be sure to tell them you're at Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey and Eddie.
And hopefully next year, Dad's got one more year, 60 years. He'll be 80 next year, and he can't retire until he hits 90.
There you go.
I'm a slave driver. Yeah, not going to let it happen.
I see that.
Well, talk to you tomorrow, Ray.
Take care, Ray.
All right, guys. See y'all.
See you, brother.
And we got to get out of here. We already stole enough time, but appreciate you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Friday, baby.
Friday. Don't forget, Tuesday's what we're doing.
We're doing the onesies.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure Carrico's happy that we're not doing that tomorrow. Crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, he's got a point.
Yeah. Well,
on that fruity note, we'll be back tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.